of your life, let no man, let no woman, let no demon, let no one great or small dishonor you. For all the days of your life, the Lord renew you in strength, and let grace be extended unto you. Let mercy abound towards you, and let your strength and your days be multiplied. And be as an eagle, soar as an eagle, roar as a lion. Kadula kawasala, hey, yetukum silima tala. And above all, anyone that strive with us and contend with us at the gate of authority, at the seat of power, anyone who strive and contend with your people, Heavenly Father, exercising divine authority, anyone that takes our name and our picture to a shrine, to an altar for evil, let it backfire on them. Let it backfire in the name of Jesus. Anyone that speak ill and evil of your people, let their tongue be silenced. Let their tongue cleave to the root of their mouth. Anyone that speak evil of us, let their voice be discredited and silenced. Discredited and silenced. Anyone that imagine ill or evil of us by divine authority on the grounds of the blood of Jesus, according to the scriptures, as this is written, I command, let it boomerang, boomerang, boomerang. Put your hands and say boomerang, 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 boomerang. We intercept the waster. We waste the waster. We oppose opposition. In the name of Jesus, we resist the resistor. Thank you, Lord. As you live here, I declare you will not be wasted. Let the waster be wasted. Let every opposition be opposed. Let every resistance break. Live here with the upper hand. Have dominion. And now we send the blood of Jesus to your father's house, to your mother's house, to your background. Anything that lifts up his head against you, in the name of Jesus, we ground it in the blood of Jesus. We ground it in the name of Jesus. Above all, any condition, pattern and cycles that are contrary to the will of God, to the word of God, to the plan of God for your life, today on the grounds of the blood of Jesus, we intercept it. Put your hands and say interception, interception, intercept, interception, interception, interception. We intercept, intercept, intercept contradictions. We intercept contradictions. We command you in the name of Jesus as more than a conqueror. Tell somebody, I declare that you are more than a conqueror. Tell two people, I declare that you are more than a conqueror.
Tanumo onunchoni hawo dama chiechele wekun ani anutumo osole mojiake ubawo nani aya baba shoshoeshwe. Amen.
That's what I believe. See his sunshine is all around us, and there are beautiful clouds where you are. That's how I know that these worries will not last. I can see you've been crying and staying wide awake, asking yourself why the journey is so tough. They say tough times never last, only tough people do. So don't stop believing, I know it's gonna be better. Say la, 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 la. La, 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 la. Ba-dum, ba-dum, boom, la, 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 la. La, 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 la. Ba-dum. Can't be loved by everybody. It's impossible, you know. And trust me, it's okay. So let the toxic people go. Your peace within is more priceless than a pearl. You got to be happy, cause life's just way too short. Don't stress the little things, they will only waste your time. Just take it easy, easy like a nursery rhyme. And I'm singing, I know it's gonna be okay. So I wanna see you smile today. Hey, you just gotta be happy, man. Good days, bad days, it's all part of life. But you must keep the groove on and enjoy every single day. I'm sure you've had some happy days before. So what makes you think you can't have more? Keep on fighting and you'll see. You will soon see rainbows. Hey, come on. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Ba-dum, ba-dum, boom. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Ba-dum, ba-dum, boom. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Ba-dum, ba-dum, boom. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Around the way. Beautiful clouds, where you are, where
ya chaja. Bye bye liwe ina ya dilmono. Gakali kaya so ina ya sa ma wane pe. Bye bye liwe ina ya dilmono. Gakali kaya so ina ya sa ma wane pe. Gano dende, blasta so dende. 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 Yita mubi obaba na bate na samia. Ya chaja mubi obaba na bate na samia. Yita mubi obaba na bate na samia. Ya chaja. I bet the bill in the money, I need Jan in the money. I say go fin the money, I say more Jan in the money. Winter in the money, I'm Stevie Nappy and the money. Robert Mensah, goalkeeper number one. The boy, a beshe, you sulo biala. The boy, a beshe, you sulo biala. The boy, a beshe, you sulo biala. The boy, a beshe, you sulo bialo. Yita mubi obaba na bate na samia. Ya chaja mubi obaba na bate na samia. Yita mubi obaba na bate na samia. Ya chaja. I bet the bill in the money, I need Jan in the money. I say go fin the money, I say more Jan in the money. Winter in the money, I'm Stevie Nappy and the money. Robert Mensah, goalkeeper number one. The boy, a beshe, you sulo biala. The boy, a beshe, you sulo biala. The boy, a beshe, you sulo biala. The boy, a beshe, you sulo bialo. Yita mubi obaba na bate na samia. Ya chaja mubi obaba na bate na samia. Mubi obaba yita mubi obaba. Mubi obaba ya chaja mubi obaba na bate na samia. Mubi obaba yita mubi obaba so bate na samia. Mubi obaba ya chaja.
These students are not punished for those unacceptable conduct. Mr. Speaker, only last week, I supported the Minister for the Interior and the Narcotics Control Institution to deal with the drug menace in schools. And you'll be alarmed that in some secondary schools, a student will have the courage to go and sell weed, marijuana, cannabis on school campus. Mr. Speaker, this should merit outright dismissal, because if this doesn't happen, it will poison the rest of the students who are completely innocent. So I agree that there is a problem. There is growing in this. And then, Mr. Speaker, there is a case in the senior high school WASSCE exams where some students decided to beat up a teacher because he would not help them in writing the exams. We've had an incident of that nature recorded, that because the teacher and invigilators will be strict and vigilant, they decided to mess up with the teacher. So we may have to rethink and review our punishment regime and to clothe the Ghana Education Service with authority to deal ruthlessly with any student who misbehaves and finds himself wanting when it comes to the code of conduct of the school. So meanwhile, the Ministry of Education and GS, we are implementing a number of measures to strengthen discipline at the pre-education level. Namely, we are introducing behavioral standards guide for learners, revised teachers code of conduct, and we've drafted a national safe school policy. I thank you, Mr. Speaker. The incidence of indiscipline in our educational institutions is alarming, and in many instances, I've described it as un-Ghanaian. when you see a Ghanaian student wield a gun, weapon in a secondary school, that cannot be the training of a Ghanaian child. Parenting and socialization is a shared responsibility of father and the teacher. Government is committed to dealing with the indiscipline. Mr. Speaker, when I arrived, I drew the attention of the majority leader in the whip that sometimes next week I'll come and make a statement on the growing indiscipline and steps that government is taking to arrest it. We will have a national conference in Sunyani before the end of July, where we intend to invite academics, the church, the Muslim community, teachers, educationists to come. Mr. Speaker, at Prempeh College, the school boys decided to help them with a CCTV camera. I've seen the students go and pull it down because they don't want to be recorded. That's indiscipline. That's unacceptable. And the heaviest sanctions should be meted out to them by the Ghana Education Service. I know, Mr. Speaker, we reviewed our capital punishment regime. And therefore, there is laxity.
On behalf of the government and people of Ghana, our brother, the President of Sierra Leone, His Excellency Julius Maada Bio, on this visit to Accra. The purpose of the visit is twofold. The first, to commiserate with us on the loss of lives and the displacement of people as a result of the heavy downpour that we experienced early this week. He has expressed the sympathies of the people of Sierra Leone and their solidarity in this time of difficulty. A lot of people were displaced. We estimate that about 48,000 people were rendered homeless by the downpour, and 12 are confirmed dead, 7 are still unaccounted for. We've asked the military and the Joint Task Force to immediately mobilize to bring things back to normal as quickly.
Across West Africa, including Ghana, Sierra Leone, Cote d'Ivoire, and many other countries, we are witnessing increasingly frequent floods and landslides driven by growing impact of climate change. These challenges are often compounded with rapid urbanization, unsafe construction, settlements in the flood-prone areas, inadequate drainage infrastructure, weak enforcement of planning regulations, and environmental regulations. Your Excellency, thank you once again for your friendship, your gracious hospitality, and Ghana's steadfast commitment to our regional cooperation. May God comfort the bereaved and all those who have been affected.
The Ghana Education Service is implementing a number of targeted strategies to improve the welfare, motivation, and retention of teachers across to rural and underserved areas. Teacher welfare is positioned as a national priority to strengthen their motivation, dignity, and retention, and for long-term education outcome gains. As part of government efforts to attract, motivate, and retain teachers in deprived and underserved communities, special incentives have been put in place for teachers who accept posting to such areas. Mr. Speaker, I'm happy to note that one of these incentives is a reduction in the number of years required to qualify for study leave. Originally, it was 3 years if you were in a deprived area. We have reduced it now to 2 years. So any person who accepts posts in the Ministry of Finance, GS, and the Ministry of Education is working as implementing that. Mr. Speaker, a significant thing that affects the welfare of teachers is their shelter, housing. We are currently engaged in some discussion to deploy the Teacher Dabre initiative of President Mahama, which was in the NDC manifesto, which will provide accommodation for teachers in rural areas to address the housing challenges that often affect teacher deployment and retention in those areas. Under this initiative, deliberate measures are being taken to ensure that the construction of new school facilities is accompanied by teacher accommodation. So this time we've directed that if contracts are awarded for school blocks, it necessarily must include an accommodation facility for the teacher as part of government effort. The Speaker, the Teacher Dabre initiative is led by the administrator of the District Assembly Common Fund. We want it to be as decentralized as possible. What the government of Ghana through the Ministry of Education will provide would be our pension fund, referred to as GSOP, which currently has about 12 billion standing that can be used as collateral to roll out the Teacher Dabre initiative. So we are working together. Yesterday, I briefed the Honorable Minister for Works and Housing that we need a joint cabinet memo of the Minister for Finance, Minister for Education, Minister for Works and Housing, and local government to get the roadmap to the implementation of the Teacher Dabre initiative. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
As an immediate demonstration of the government's commitment to the welfare of affected communities, His Excellency the President has committed 350 million Ghana cedis to support emergency relief, recovery, and flood mitigation interventions. Government has further directed that the Ghana Armed Forces lead the operational component of the mitigation effort. This will be done in collaboration with the relevant agencies under the Ministry of Water Resources, Works and Housing, the National Disaster Management Organization, the Metropolitan, Municipal and District Assemblies, the Ghana Police Service, the Ghana National Fire Service, the Ghana Health Service, the Environmental Protection Agencies, private sector organizations, and other relevant stakeholders. The nationwide cleanup and recovery exercise will focus on restoring public safety, improving sanitation, and preventing secondary disasters such as outbreaks of cholera, typhoid, and other waterborne diseases. Particular attention will be given to the removal of refuse, silt, fallen trees, abandoned vehicles, collapsed structures, and other debris obstructing roads, bridges, drains, and waterways. As part of the operation, the Ghana Armed Forces will deploy personnel, engineers, specialized equipment to clear major drains, streams, rivers, and other critical waterways. In accordance with applicable laws and directives of the appropriate civil authorities, structures illegally erected within waterways or that pose an immediate danger to public safety and flood mitigation efforts may be removed where necessary. The Metropolitan, Municipal and District Assemblies have also been directed to organize and lead cleanup exercises within their respective jurisdictions in support of the national operation.
We did a study of several water bodies across the region, both the wetlands as well as the streams and storm drains. And we found certain developments that are quite stark. Starting off from most of the water bodies take their sources from the hillsides, the Akwapim Range. You would see that in 2023, the image to the left, I believe, the developments were not as many on the hillsides, and within 3 years, you see densification of developments that are happening in 2026, the same location. I want to proceed to the Densu-Weja Basin. In 2010, the image of the Tetegu wetlands would show you on the left that it had barely any development there. But by 2026, half of the land is virtually gone. So the city does not have enough space for water to pond to allow for the runoffs not to disturb settlements. These are images that are showing how developments are proceeding in those areas. The pattern has been people import materials, fill, especially in the dry season, and then wet season they wait the next cycle of dry season, then they start building and taking up the spaces. Again, the next image is so how some of the developments are pushing the water courses into misdirecting them, so they are now meandering instead of having to follow the straight path that originally they were supposed to pass. With just this sample, we are seeing that there of the 16 assemblies that we did the analysis for short sections, the counts are 10,497 structures, and we have lost the buffers, and this is just 25 meters of each side of the drain, which the law requires to be kept free and clear of developments. We have lost around 16% of the land, and thereby leading to the situation as we face.
Addressing the media, Municipal Chief Executive Alfredo Sini Anyete said the floods had devastated livelihoods, leaving many residents with little to survive on. He noted that dredging of major streams and drains, along with demolition of unauthorized structures, is underway to prevent future disasters.
People have lost a lot. People have lost so much. Some even lost money. But we cannot give them, we can't replace everything. We just hope that individuals, groups, organizations, charity organizations will come to our aid as well, and then help our people to get back on their feet. We are discussing and hoping that
Monday, June 29, torrential rains left large parts of Chado submerged, disrupting the movement of residents, motorists, and pedestrians.
The mediocrity in Ghana is just too much. The fact that we always want to believe that we are Christians or Muslims or whatever religious groups we find ourselves.
The Tema Integrated Industrial Park.
And there they are. The squad is ready, lined up, ice cold, focused and prepared for national duty. Every bottle in position, every label shining with confidence. And here comes the selection. One bottle steps forward, picked from the squad, ready to deliver for Ghana. He takes the first sip. Oh yes, refreshingly hydrating. The whistle goes. The Black Stars are on the move. He breaks through the defense like flowing water. Beautiful control. He lines it up. He strikes. Goal! Ghana is awake. From the fridge to the field, Awake keeps you refreshed. Awake purified drinking water. One for life. Proudly supporting the National Cardiothoracic Center. This advert is FDA approved.
finding my dream apartment in just 2 days was a breeze with 7terragh.com. Looking for your next home, the perfect piece of land, or the best commercial property for your business? Are you worried about sending money home for property and finding nothing when you return? Well, worry no more. 7terragh.com is just a platform to find prime lands, perfect properties, or vibrant real estate development at the click of a button. 7terragh.com is your go-to property listing platform that allows you to register, list, rent, buy or sell, and connect with correct agents. With our AI-powered smart search, personalized dashboards, verified agent connection, and interactive property maps, all your property needs have been made easier. Check us out on 7terragh.com or contact us on 0302 998 246 or 0561 032 252. 7terragh.com, powered by MNC Properties.
Mommy, good morning.
Good morning, my son. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Mom. How about you?
I'm fine.
Joe, I just saw your mom doing her usual morning routine. Like, it was just 2 weeks she underwent a major colon surgery.
Bro, see, my mom is doing perfectly fine, and we're all excited about it. It was minimally invasive surgery, and the recovery has been very fast.
Minimally? Hey! No, wait. What do you mean by that?
So they offered my mom a laparoscopic colon surgery. Laparoscopic colon surgery, which we accepted. It turned out it was equally safe with a very fast recovery time, and the cost involved too was very, very reasonable. She was discharged 3 days after the surgery, and you can see her, she's on her feet again.
3 days?
Just 3 days, bro.
Mean Tuber Hospital, first Ghana Colorectal Center, aimed to serve a peculiar health need.
Looking for comfort, convenience, and class all in one place? Welcome to Stay Easy Apartments on Conference Center, where modern living meets exceptional service. Whether you're staying for business or leisure, Stay Easy offers you a home away from home. Spacious and well-furnished apartments, pool, gym, and everything you need to relax and feel at ease. Planning a meeting, workshop, or special event? Our event ground and state-of-the-art conference center is designed to host your events and bring your vision to life. From corporate gatherings to private functions, we provide the perfect space, supported by modern equipment and a professional team ready to assist you. At Stay Easy, your comfort and success are our priority. Book your stay or reserve your space today. Call us at 020-739-1473 or 0244-226367. Stay Easy Apartments and Conference Center. Stay easy with us.
In my line of work, a confident smile is everything. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste keeps me on top of my game and ensures my smile is always radiant and bright.
With the tiring nature of my job, we spend several hours under the scorching sun. To keep our teeth white and our breath fresh all the time, we use none other than Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. You're on a Kessie and in a kit one.
Samayo Kendini, who be here, Semetra Sapapadia to a mammy manful. Kel Charcoal's natural ingredients, and a bomb is so buying, and maniswing, Nesansu Mama Hoto so a will beg you.
Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Choose Kel Charcoal Toothpaste for anti-cavity, whiter teeth, and fresher breath all day. Available in 80 gram and 150 gram. Grab yours today.
Kel, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
Today's class is going to be an exciting one. Now, who can share an unforgettable moment in their life? Okay, Asempa.
I'd like to talk about my first time. It was her natural look, complemented by her favorite green silky apparel that caught my attention. I have to say, she automatically possessed me with her smile, which exposed her beautiful white teeth. That's not all, her enduring signature perfume could be smelled from afar. Madam, why do you look so surprised? My first time with her was special and irresistible. I'm talking about Cindy Rice. Cindy Rice can be found in selected supermarkets nationwide.
Cindy Rice, sweet aroma, great taste.
This advert is FDA approved.
The mediocrity in Ghana is just too much. The fact that we always want to believe that we are Christians or Muslims or whatever religious groups we find ourselves, when there are critical issues staring us in the face, and we don't take the right steps to deal with those issues.
It's only and then I made it. Check but this week dear road you cry against to no be and me for nipa be bread kanu na be you o mkoe Kenya soja it's one here and then I made the check a crane, no man kakra at the child. But this week, dear, dear, road you cry against to no be and me for so. Nipa bread, canoe, be you or McCoy. Can you soldier fun again to me train for the way straight away? It's a strap. On domestic insurance mukakra ame na nkofom no me gata bi baby gata bi ania baba afia kese sia pa yenya gata kra ka ebi abeboa kakra esi amijira me shop izon to e di me no ma bebre ko me da mu nyina ayema esi amijira ta arekwa me nya asakra ya medin Esra Ghana by Omboy. A woman said no one didn't so no buy idea, but Omboy Esra na Omboy, a hanya waterway. Just say soon a day a chickeke, hanya waterway. But as I'm better now getting to 4 years, naming who be that. this year pen ma hu sa de no na nso no so ba nya say bank tinketin na yan say no ma na be yes they be time before be say ba no na duru so da da ye be say gota mu ye bi fa gota mu ma ye gota na ye problem so na da e chire wonu.
All right, good morning, good morning. Thank you very much for joining the show. This is Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. My name is Aldo Moore. It's always a pleasure to come your way. It's a beautiful Monday morning. It's the start of the week. Let's just hope this week is better than last week. That should always be our hope, and that should always be our expectation, isn't it? Naturally. Today is the 6th of July, 2026, and this day is indeed the day the Lord has made. Indeed, we're glad in it. We want to say a big thanks to the Almighty God for making it possible for us to return here to join the nation's conversation on the big issues that are making the rounds in our dear country, Ghana. I also want to say a big thanks to the Almighty God also want to say a big thanks to not just Almighty God, but you as well, our loyal, distinguished and cherished viewers for tuning in every day from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. as we bring you Ghana's most interesting and most thought-provoking conversations on the media landscape. It's called Good Morning Ghana. So please tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend that the show is on. Let me go straight ahead and look at what the papers are reporting this morning. Not just the papers, but also the news portals, and also my favorite part, what the quote cards are saying. So here we go. I'll start with, as usual, the Daily Graphic. Daily Graphic this morning is reporting that okay. Oh, how did I skip the Daily Graphic? Good. So the Daily Graphic this morning says, government activates post-flood recovery, armed forces lead operational response. And the government settles $700 million Eurobond debt. There's also 42nd National Farmers Day launched. There's a Margins delivers first ID system for Gambia. Congratulations to the Margins group. Let me now look at the Informer. The Informer this morning says that dissolve flood task force now. Apanyo marking. Recurring Accra floods. Ghana needs bold leadership, not relief items. Government told. There's xenophobic attacks. Jinapo calls for Mahama. Ramaphosa talks. There's Amidu's anti-corruption credibility in tatters as he advises Oferiatta not to cooperate with lawful investigations. Upon Nkrumah slams government over flood response. Zoom Lion, Ashanti RCC launch clean-up campaign. Well, still Zoom Lion in the service of God and country. Congratulations, Zoom Lion, for doing a good job. Please get them back to the table and have a conversation with them. Let's see what they can do to further help us. The New Crusading Guide this morning says the High Court granted Hanan Abdul Wahab permission to travel before airport arrest. Lawyers to sue. There's Joanna Quay claims ownership of shares in Bill's Microcredit in fresh suit at commercial court. Let's embrace peace and unity amongst ourselves to pave way for development, according to Akwetia Hene. And there's also Tokonu's lawyer Femi Folana tears into ECOWAS court ruling. Hassan Sobuachi writer on a Garrick project. Guzi Tano and the weight of the NDC chairmanship. Ochihene, Accra floods demand environmental change. That's with today's Crusading Guide. But also, let's embrace peace and unity amongst ourselves to pave way for development, according to Akwetia Hene. The Daily Searchlight, and here, good morning to Mr. Ken Crunchy. It says government to waste more state funds on a new factory. As Julius Deborah announces new palm oil factory, there's Godfrey Dami to initiate contempt action against AG over Hanan case. You also have still the Daily Searchlight. Degrees must build skills, not just titles. Professor Sari and Educhum clash over useless degree comment. The most predictable outcome, Black Stars crash out after poor performance against Colombia. The Economic Times this morning says up to 5,000 meters up to 500 million cedis in insurance claims expected from Accra floods damage. Stocks reclaim attention on Ghana's financial markets as GSE delivers 66% returns. Business groups grouping to ask government for tax reforms as part of a mid-year budget review. Metro Lens this morning says Accra floods warning to all. Ochihene, don't mortgage Ghana's future for carbon cash. Arnaud Dompré warns government. Protect wetlands to curb flooding. Professor Wiafi Deborah urges science-backed action. There's Queiroz resigns as Black Stars coach. The Daily Statesman. Accra floods must be a wake-up call. Changing urges change of attitude towards environment. AG deputy face contempt suit over airport arrest. Abuja Port time to legislate evacuation policy. Another rallies MPP in massive Insawam walk. The Ghanaian publisher says ex-NAFCO CEO airport arrest, lawyers blast AG, minority demands flood probe. Accra floods, a wake-up call according to Ochenhene. Abuja Napo wants national evacuation policy. Scrap degrees to nowhere, Dr. A. Duchum. Daily Guide, High Court approves Abutrika's extradition. Ex-NAFCO boss arrested at airport, lawyers bare teeth. Government reviews student punishment regime. We've cleared cocoa farmers' arrears, according to Cocoa Board. And as Momo vendor kills robber at Lashibi. And then you have the custodian, which says aging willful violation of court order. Godfrey Dam Islam's Hanan's arrest at airport. Don't trade lives of fiscal discipline. Minority tells government to spend to curb flood disasters. Government to honor farmers in Bono region launches 42nd National Farmers Day. Fire Gat Malcolm warehouse at Tema Free Zones Enclave. And there's another leads health walk. Fires up MP supporters for 2028 elections. The News Center says Ibrahim Mama signals support for Ghanaian prodigy. And there's also Finance Ministry, fiscal controls delayed Garrick project, according to World Bank. Accra floods caused by government negligence, according to the minority. The Sahel extremists probing towards Ghana, according to CDS. Margin delivers first GAM ID, which is Gambia ID. President Barrow is inaugural recipient as system is live. The Inquisitor says NDC national chair race Oponfosu leads in early polls, according to what I'll tell you what the polling institute is. Now, Kokobo doles out 2.6 billion cedis to settle farmers. Otunfo to celebrate Akwasidaya at US in August. NPA engages retail outlets tanker drivers over compliance. And then you have the custodian that says aging willful violation of court order. Godfrey Dame slams Hanan's arrest at airport. And don't trade lives of fiscal discipline. Minority tells government to spend to curb flood disasters. And then you have the BNFT that says that Bernard Yao Ashiade bows out after 15 years at BNFT. Very good friend of mine. He's done such a yeoman's job at BNFT. And but Bernard, why are you leaving BNFT? I mean, you're almost like the backbone there at BNFT. I remember that when I back in the day, some 20 years ago, when I was in when I joined CTFM, he was one of those who wrote a beautiful piece about the fact that I started a morning show and I started a City Breakfast show, and it was a highly patronized article. And so Bernard, you didn't tell me that you're leaving BNFT. I probably would have advised you against it. But anyway. You know, mobility is also important as far as our career is concerned, and so we'll see how that goes. But as plastic pollution reaches danger zone, and as markets see strong appetite for bond cocoa board, and Fiasimang Community Bank posts strong growth, records 81.5 million cedis profit before tax. The shareholders get 0.14p as a dividend per share. That's with the BNFT. Now, Metro TV Online.com. So I'm now going to look at the online or the news portal. It says that okay, so Prue West honors retired education director for years of dedicated service. There's Kim Lars, names provisional squad for WAFCON 2026. There's Black Princesses resume camping in Pram ahead of FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup. And then you also have lawyers to sue AG for contempt of arrest of former NAPCO CEO. And then let me end with this one. So, okay, so there's Carlos Queiroz announces departure after World Cup exits. The Zoom Lion Ghana wins 2 major awards at Hess Awards 2026 for waste management excellence. Does it come to your surprise? No, it doesn't. Government settles $700 million US dollars Eurobond debt. All right. So that's it for the newspaper, the online portal review. Let's now look at what the quote cards are saying. If it's ready, please let's roll it out. What are the quote cards saying? Okay. Vanessa, what are Quote Card saying? Okay. Right. Let me rather read that from my phone. Yes. So there's perennial floods. We are supporting waste management efforts in the Ashanti region as part of our corporate social responsibility, according to Doris Ejay, who's the managing director, Zoom Lion Ghana Limited. And then there's waste management in Ghana. If we can change our attitudes towards sanitation efforts, we will all succeed. Doris Ejay, managing director, Zoom Lion Ghana Limited. All right. So my guests are here. One of them hasn't been, I'm not even sure if he's been on this show before. I don't recall, but I stand to be corrected. But he will be joining us today for the first time. He's one of Ghana's most respected academics. I've known him for a while now, and you'll enjoy him. I'll tell you who the person is. I just want to keep you in suspense, small, but he'll be with us shortly. The two of them are all academics, and you'll enjoy the conversation. I can't wait to ask them to share their views on the courses that have been offered at our tertiary institutions and whether there's anything like a useless course. There's anything like a useless program being offered at the tertiary institutions. But also, the education minister says that the government is considering bringing back capital punishment in our schools. Back in the day when we were in school, we used to be lashed. And the argument is that that's helped greatly in shaping our attitudes. It's made us more disciplined. It's more morally upright and so on. I mean, it's a very debatable issue, but we'll see. It would be interesting to pick their thoughts on these two issues that are strictly related to education in this country. The both of them are academics, so why not? When you have the academics, you broach topics that are more academically inclined, and just to pick their thoughts. So stay with us. This is Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. Don't go anywhere.
Tanumo, onunchoni ha o dangma, chiechele wekun, oyanu chumo, osoli mojiake, ubawo nani, aya, baba shushu. Amen.
From the rich soils of Ghana, our farmers grow the finest ingredients. We clean, hand select, and carefully craft into bold, unforgettable flavors. And when you open our little bag of big taste, it's pure, bold, unforgettable flavor bursting in every bite. Enjoy the goodness, made with big care. This advert is FDA approved.
My new girl is coming over today, and I have to give her a treat of her life.
Hi. Hey.
Good afternoon. How are you doing? Fine. I got you a paint. This is Easy Waterproof Paint, the best ever solution for all sort of leakages. I got it for you.
Thank you.
Easy Waterproof Paint can be used on any surface, being it cement, blocks, roofing sheets, swimming pools, and more. It can also be used as primer before you apply any paint to help provide extra protection.
Easy Waterproof Paint. No more leakages.
And there they are. The squad is ready, lined up, ice cold, focused and prepared for national duty. Every bottle in position, every label shining with confidence. And here comes the selection. One bottle steps forward, picked from the squad, ready to deliver for Ghana. He takes the first sip. Oh yes, refreshingly hydrating. In whistle goes. The Black Stars are on the move. He breaks through the defense like flowing water. Beautiful control. He lines it up. He strikes. Goal! Ghana is awake. From the fridge to the field, Awake keeps you refreshed. Awake purified drinking water. One for life. Proudly supporting the National Cardiothoracic Center. This advert is FDA approved.
Hello, my friends. My name is Kelkit Toothpaste.
Wow.
I was made to be gentle on your gum, but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush. Makes your teeth stronger, chicky whiter, chicky stronger. Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Kelkits. Happy smile.
Hello, people of Ghana. Looking to buy land this World Cup season? I'm here to give you 6 solid reasons why Estate Masters is your most trusted estate partner. 1. We are genuine. Here at Estate Masters, every promise is real, every transaction genuine. We don't just sell lands, we sell peace of mind. 2. We are credible. Our credibility is proven. We are who we say we are, respected, recognized, and trusted across Ghana.
We sell litigation-free lands. With us, your land is litigation-free. No disputes, no worries. Just security for you and your family. Free site visits. We bring you to the land at no cost. Free site visit mean you see before you buy with full confidence. Your paperwork is on us. We provide free documentation, ensuring your ownership is clear and protected.
And yes, you enjoy unbeatable discounts when you buy land from Estate Masters to make land ownership even sweeter. So what are you waiting for? Rush now and secure your genuine land with Estate Masters. Estate Masters, your most preferred estate partner.
Every heart burning bright. Oh, oh. Yes, next. Hey, Nadia Benson, Asamo.
Me didn't tum. Mr. Femi Kakalika, just call me cockroach. Now, Mr. Femi once now.
Hey, that's you. Improve car. Yeah. Captain was key to double the action.
Me did this sasso spray. Mr. Femi sasso quell. Yeah, go to my sasso.
Come on, Tom Preco.
these students are not punished for those unacceptable conduct. Mr. Speaker, only last week, I supported the Minister for the Interior and the Narcotics Control Institution to deal with the drug menace in schools. And you'll be alarmed that in some secondary schools, a student will have the courage to go and sell weed, marijuana, cannabis on school campus. Mr. Speaker, this should merit outright dismissal, because if this doesn't happen, it will poison the rest of the students who are completely innocent. So I agree that there is a problem. There is growing in this. And then, Mr. Speaker, there is a case in the senior high school WASSCE exams where some students decided to beat up a teacher because he would not help them in writing the exams. We've had an incident of that nature recorded, that because the teacher and invigilators will be strict and vigilant, they decided to mess up with the teacher. So we may have to rethink and review our punishment regime and to clothe the Ghana Education Service with authority to deal ruthlessly with any student who misbehaves and finds himself wanting when it comes to the code of conduct of the school.
When we started, we were 48.
Yeah. No, we were in the 70s.
We were confident that we are also chasing the trophy. Now the numbers have been reduced by 16 out, and 32 are going to the next round. We still think that we are heading towards clinching the trophy. Some have started falling out, and I know we'll be part of the 16 who will continue to chase, and we'll be part of the 8 who will continue to chase.
And then we bring it down to 4.
Exactly. And then eventually to the 2.
Yeah.
So that is our project. That is what we are working towards. And I want us to focus on this.
Look, Carlos Queiroz yesterday is the worst I've seen him coach in over 40-something years. I've not watched him for 40-something years. But since he took up the job at Real Madrid, everywhere he's been, yesterday is the worst I've seen him coach. And I will prove why. Yesterday is the worst. And if you're a coach, and how bad you perform on the day as a coach begins from your own player selection, then there's a problem with you.
Okay.
Or your problem no more. Yesterday, let the three of us admit that when we saw the team sheet, we were satisfied with the team sheet. Jesus Christ.
No, I wasn't.
Me, there's no way anybody can convince. You see, they've turned our national team camp into Lawrence Atizigi's camp and Benjamin Asari's camp. It's a very bad thing, and I'm saying on record that Keto Kreko and the entire FA are part of the Lawrence Atizigi's camp. I will challenge them. Come on, nobody can let me.
But how do you know?
Mimi Cable. I'm telling you because of what I know and where I stand. On machine. No coach worth his salt would have benched Benjamin Asari yesterday. Nobody would do that. Look,
but Chris, did you not start the competition with Atizigi in post?
So until we went for the tournament, Benjamin Asari to me was our number one.
That is true.
The tournament started with Ati.
Yes.
He played 45 minutes. He got injured.
Yes.
When Benjamin came, he distinguished himself.
Fair point.
He's not the man of the tournament. Hold
on.
That is how you coach.
Okay, but you see, Chris,
he has established a chemistry. Look, that is one thing most people are not looking at. The back four chemistry.
And the goalkeeper.
Why would you change it? I put on record.
We changed the back four. Daniel, when did we change the back four?
You see, the Panama game. We changed the back four in the Croatia game when Lucasi came in. For Jerome.
Yes, Ajete played 2 games. So Ajete and Jerome started 2 games. Okay.
Yes. So if you have a goalkeeper, how many times has Lawrence Ati played with that back four? Only 45 minutes.
Okay.
Only 45 minutes.
Benjamin has done a game and a half.
Yes.
The Wales game he started, remember?
Okay, I'm even talking about the World Cup, right?
The The Wales game, who?
The Wales game, Ati started with the 2, then Asari
came in.
Okay.
So if it's about football chemistry, Benjamin has
played longer.
And I'm telling you, if Benjamin was in the pool, we wouldn't have considered that first goal. Let me tell you now. I explained to you off air. Let me explain for people to listen.
You finish because Fent is on.
Let me tell you, look, go and watch the sequence again. Ati is my boy. I'm proud to say he's my boy. Believe you me, of all the players I've worked with, he's one of the boys who's gotten to the highest level. But I sit here today, I've not eaten 1 CD from him. I don't care. I don't need anything from him. If you meet him and you ask him, he will tell you, you see that coach in me, he doesn't need anything from him. I work my sweat and earn my living. Onumishin, Ate is my boy. He doesn't talk. When he was on talking terms with me, Nicodemus Liketokreku and Co, they've stopped my boy from calling me. I don't care. He has his life. He should live his life. When he could call me, I was always telling him, Paul, call your Paul, goalkeeper, no need chombo job, way. Belemoda, no way.
So for our listeners, Coach is saying that, Coach Nim is saying that Lawrence Atizigi, one of the challenges he has is that he's not vocal enough. He doesn't shout at his defenders.
And arrange his defenders properly.
He doesn't.
And henceforth, there are balls that come to him. If he had a better organizational skills, he would have done that.
Okay, Chris. Now,
when he was playing under me,
let's look at the sequence.
I'm coming, even at the juvenile level, that was one of my biggest problems with him. So I kept working on it. I kept working on it. I took him to the Black Stars, and every conversation I've had with him, the last time I spoke to him was 3-4 years ago. Proud to that. I've always told him that, look, when you are in there, talk to your defenders. You can see better, arrange them better. Look at the sequence. When the guy gave the diagonal to the guy, their striker who had moved on wide,
Luis Suarez.
Go and look at the position of Lucasen. Go and look at the position of Jerome. How on earth was our number 8, one of the players, our holding midfielder who was advanced, became the last man?
Yeah.
That is bad organization on the part of the goalkeeper. That should never, because Lucasen and Jerome, they were not marking anybody. No man's land. They were nowhere to be found. How on earth this Yunchi became the last man to be the one? And I was looking for, I said, Jesus Christ, Ati, what have you done? How many times do you want to be told to talk? If that was Benjamin Asari, the moment the ball went wide, go and watch every Benjamin Asari game he's played for Ghana. Anytime the ball went wide, surprisingly, people question his area ability, but during the World Cup, he's come out to block all those balls with what? Chicken ease.
First, I want more shot on target. Second half was one more shot on target. 90 minutes, roughly 7 at so pressure one mono, yes, a ball. Na press let Jimmy who be ja. Team we unti, na mako demiti, attack or totally 10 million. Yeah,
people might think, oh, why is Morocco spending so much money on football? What football is bringing to Morocco cannot be quantified in financial terms.
You've seen their facilities.
I've been there several.
Describe them to somebody who hasn't.
Whoa! Kafui, in Nima here, my gripe and my beef with political authorities, for example, in Ghana, is that in a neighborhood like Nima, that is able to produce world-class stars with minimal facilities, we are able to produce world-class stars. As we speak now, there are more than 10 people playing in top-level professional football abroad from Nima. Imagine if they had playing fields, a lot of playing fields in Nima. Imagine the number of talent we would be able to have. Imagine the number of people and families it will lift out of poverty. In Morocco, when you go there, almost every community has standard pitches.
Full size.
Full size. Everywhere.
No small poles business.
No small poles business. Full.
Grass.
Stop this AstroTurf
with the heat, plenty heat.
Yes. And it is done everywhere. Almost every neighborhood. Every neighborhood. Look at the stadiums. I was at the African Cup of Nations, completely blown away. More than 20 world-class stadiums in Morocco. Look, as I'm telling you, from next month, they are going to build a tunnel under the sea from Tangiers to go to Spain. Imagine what that would do to tourism in Morocco. After they hosted the recent African Cup of Nations, tourism in Morocco grew by 600%. This is according to the tourism ministry in Morocco. So if you see them building stadiums, don't think they are mad. They are investing it in other areas, giving opportunities for the youth, giving opportunities and employment opportunities for people in the country, and then using it as an opportunity to attract people to come to the country. So people working in the hotel industry can have work, taxi industry, restaurants, and all the associated industries. And the economy keeps ticking. And they are smart to identify sport as the way they want.
You're watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. I can understand, I can appreciate the feeling. Most of you are downhearted. You're downhearted because of the performance of the Black Stars when we came up against Colombia. But there were some who were not optimistic about our chances. That's the truth. There were some who felt that, look, if we won that game, it would take a miracle. But of course, I think the majority believed that the Black Stars had what it took to at least go past Colombia. And, you know, when we came up against, in fact, in the group matches, there was this talk in town that the Black Stars decided, as saying they played a match of convenience against Croatia because we wanted to avoid playing Portugal. And that some thought that it would be better, we would have a relatively easier game against Colombia. Of course, I think that we could have beaten Colombia because just that the team spirit was just not there. And I'll play you a video where Kevin Boateng, who once played for the Black Stars in the 2010 World Cup, talked about team spirit. The team spirit was just not there. It's Professor Smart Sapong, Director of Research and Innovation, Kumasi Technical University. He's joining us as a physical in the studio for the first time. He's here with us. Prof, good morning.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very, very much for accepting to join us on the Good Morning Ghana show. Thank you. And I hope you're doing very well.
Oh, it's well.
Yeah.
It's well. Everyone is fine as of this morning.
Okay.
Yeah, we bring you warm greetings from Kumasi and from the Kumasi Technical University.
Wonderful, wonderful. So what you usually will come to town on the weekend, right? Say Friday.
Yes, I shuffle between Accra and Kumasi often.
Oh, you teach? So, do you teach any? Do you have any teaching?
I have some adjunct lectures I take over here.
Okay.
Sometimes online, sometimes discuss them. So Joe is here, so
I see. So you
I run some. You know the work I do. I run a lot of consultancies.
Yeah.
Sometimes some of the meetings, most of them are in Accra. If it's not online, you may have to find a way of being physically present for those meetings. So yes, I'm in Kumasi, but you can also find me in Accra quite often.
Okay, that's fine. Also with us is a man who is a political scientist, teaches political science at University of Cape Coast. And that's Dr. Jonathan Asante-Okyere. So he's a senior lecturer at University of Cape Coast and also executive director, African Institute of Strategic Studies. Doc, good morning.
Morning, my brother.
I hope you're doing very well.
We can't complain.
Yes. How was the weekend?
It's not bad.
Yes.
It's just that I had an unfortunate incident of a young lady bashing my car over last week, so I had to bring it to be fixed in Accra. So that is why I'm still here.
Okay. I hope it's been fixed.
It's left with a sprain.
A sprain.
Yeah. And just a little point of correction.
Yes.
Political analyst.
Oh, political analyst.
Yes.
But you teach political science too, don't you?
No.
Oh, you don't teach political science. What do you teach at University of Cape Coast?
Literature, classical literature.
Oh, classical literature. Okay.
Critical thinking.
I think
and practical reasoning.
Okay.
Communicative skills.
Okay.
I stopped that for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I think that will be interesting to pick your thoughts on Dr. Edichum's, because he seems to suggest that what you're teaching today is useless. But we'll get there. Anyway, so I'm sure that the two of you watched the Black Stars game, and let me start with Professor Smart Sapon. But before you come in, Prof, I'm sure you're aware that the Black Stars coach has resigned.
Yes, I saw something.
He's resigned. Of course, we put him on a 4-month contract. The 4 months is not due. It's not due, but for some reason he's decided to part ways with Ghana. Now, let me read to you what his what I call him his parting letter or his goodbye letter says, and then I can bring you in to tell me what you think about his performance so far as the Black Stars coach, and what you think the way forward for the Black Stars should be. Because, as you do know, the opinions are sharply divided as to whether we should bring him back or we should just get a different person to coach the Black Stars based on what we saw in terms of the performance of the Black Stars in the World Cup. So, and this one is on his Facebook. He put this out on his Facebook wall. Carlos Queiroz, and he says, to Ghana, football, like life, teaches us one timeless lesson: you either win or you learn. I leave this journey with pride in what we achieved, but also with a healthy dissatisfaction of those who always wanted more. Reaching a higher level should never be the destination. It should be the beginning of even greater ambitions. The future of the Black Stars will not be built only on the pitch. Black Stars' success must start off the field by creating the best possible environment to prepare, protect, and develop Ghana's extraordinary football talent. To my president and board, thank you so much for the opportunity to serve the Ghana national football team. It was an honor and privilege to serve the country and the Black Stars. To my players and staff, my deepest gratitude for your courage, commitment, and unwavering dedication to the team. To the fans, we cannot claim complete sporting satisfaction, but we can proudly say that we honor the colors of Ghana and restored respect and credibility to the Black Stars on football's greatest stage. Thank you, Ghana. The journey starts now. Prof, can you help us do some kind of a content analysis of this? What do you think this man is trying to suggest? Is he saying, bye-bye, I don't want to have anything to do with you anymore? Or you can smell from you can surmise from what is written that, well, I think that I've done my bit, but I don't know what you gather from the man's statement. But anyway, your general thoughts about the fact that he's quit this position.
Yeah. So I think he, like everybody else, hired to execute such a task. I am sure he came with very high hopes, seeking to add on to his credentials what he can do with the Black Stars. I'm not sure this is where he wished the team would get to.
Right.
Let's also grant him the fact that he didn't begin with the team. He came in quite late when Otuado had almost all the time with the team. And so his selection became problematic. You realize the final team he sent was largely not the team that was playing the qualifiers and the friendly matches and all those things. Some new faces, a lot of them joined the usual team that Otuado was using. So you see Jiku would be missing so a lot of them. As for Kudus, I'm sure, but for the injury, maybe he would have been part of the team and all those things. So you come to see fresh guys, Semenya, Ajete, and all those people coming in. So the team was fairly new. A coach too who took over quite late and all those things. But I mean, the excitement came when we won our first match and then we were able to draw with England. In our first match, like we do in all our first matches, we tried to steady the game. So I didn't have a problem, even though I wanted Ghana to win more over Panama. I still didn't have much problem because, yes, we had to warm ourselves into the competition. So first matches, usually, if you check the history, are like that. The second match was against quite a senior team. And so we're all praying. I'm sure every Ghanaian was hoping for a draw And because it would have been naturally unfair for us to win over England, this particular team. Check their substitution alone. Around that time when they raised the substitution, but you see Saka, Rashford, then you realize that even the substitution, the bench is even more solid than our team. So yes, the draw was a very honorable scoreline. We're all happy about it. And I was still expecting the team to warm itself into the competition. Our third matches usually are improvements over our first and our second. To my surprise, I didn't see much improvement in our third match. But I thought, like most of us were doing the mathematics, it was just a way of avoiding Portugal and then maybe go and face Colombia. Avoiding Portugal. Portugal for me is just by the name Portugal. We don't want to have anything to do with the P in the Portugal. Or there's no C in Portugal.
No,
so
there isn't.
the Cristiano Ronaldo in the Portugal is what we simply didn't have to, didn't want to have anything to do with. So we avoided them. I didn't have much problem with the loss, even though I was expecting an improvement. Then we go and meet Colombia, which we all knew was a do or die affair. And it is the team we wanted to face by avoiding Portugal. And it was rather turned out to be the most abysmal of all the performances that the team put up. So that is where I have some challenges with the team first and then the coach. The team won because they were not warming themselves into the competition like we all expected. The level of seriousness in the first game should have improved, but rather check the last match. It was rather the game that had nothing at stake for me. If you watch them, in fact, we literally played 90 minutes without a shot on goal. What kind of team is that? So that is the team. Then comes to the coach. Appeared to be playing the same format, irrespective of the team. You don't do the same thing with when you are going to meet Moro. You strategize to meet Moro. There's strength, weakness, threats, and opportunities. Those things. Then when you are meeting Jonathan, you prepare adequately to meet him. Don't use Moro's strategy to go and face. But I saw that the team was playing largely the same strategy. Hold the ball, no threats on the opponent's goal, largely. For 90 minutes, we didn't do anything. So, for me, it was rather a very bad, and the team didn't appear to have any thing at stake. They felt perhaps it was their last day even going into it. They knew they were going to go out. They didn't want to kill themselves. They just played it, expecting the 90 minutes to be over, and then they left. I'm sure they, as players, will tell you that, Prof. Charlie, we did our best. We were tired. You don't know how to run across we were not interested in people running across the field just for running across sake. We wanted a win. Fortunately, it didn't come. The coach, for me, the style was too predictable throughout all the games. If he intends to leave, that would be very honorable for me. He's a white man. He's not like a black man who would want to stay on to something even if he's finding it difficult to manage. White people usually will check out when the situation is not favorable for them or they feel they disappointed the people who hired them, unlike black men who would want to stay on. It is fine. It even gives him a certain posturing of somebody who is willing to perhaps cooperate, so that if there's a consideration of hiring him back, you know that when he is unable to achieve, he will willfully come out and then opt out of the thing so that he can get the luxury of going to hire a new person. Black men would try and find a clause in the contract and say, let me stay on now for them to sack me so that I can invoke this clause. They will sit and they want you to sack them. But if you ask me, I wouldn't wish that we employ the coach again. He's done his best. Let's look for a more athletic coach, a coach who will be hungry for goals, not a coach who would pride himself in ability to defend. For how long are you going to defend? Football is won by how many goals you score, not how well you defended. Defend game 1, defend game 2, defend. By the time you finish, assuming you even get 1 point each. By the time you finish, penalties at the knockout stage will expose you because you always go to defense. So, if you ask me, he's done his best. He came quite late. He's done what he can do. The team going forward, if they will maintain them, they should maintain them. I've heard people call for local players' involvement. They are more hungrier for goals. They are more serious. Check Benjamin Asare versus, and I heard the sports pundit, the coach, doing that analysis. Check Benjamin Asare and check Atizigi. Atizigi appeared to be more of a professional person. I don't talk much type of person. I'm in the post. I don't want to be dirty. I'm neat. I'm quiet. No, but Benjamin Asare would engage the defenders. He's hungry. He doesn't want any defender to cause his record to be dented. So he would force you to do what you're supposed to do. I'm sure if we have some players on the field from the local side who are hungry, who have played in Kotoko and played in Has, played in the sun for nothing and find themselves on that big stage, they would have wished to kill themselves so that they get some contracts or something. But these people are all connected. They don't care who calls them or who doesn't call them. And they largely didn't have anything to play for. So, lessons learned. Let's come back home. 2027, next year, just next year, we have AFCON. We've also not been doing well in AFCON. At least that was what was giving us some joy. As for World Cup, we know we don't largely do well, with the exception of the Stephen Appiah's time. AFCON is coming. Last time we were unable to represent on the African continent. Let's put this by the side, refocus quickly. GFA should get a new coach quickly, assemble a better team quickly, and let's focus on the AFCON qualifiers, which is just around the corner.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Now, there's a portion in his statement, Dr. Jonathan Otri, that I find it very, very interesting. And he says that the future, the future of the Black Stars will not be built only on the pitch. Okay? That's quite profound. And he says Black Stars' success must start off the field by creating the best possible environment to prepare, protect, and develop Ghana's extraordinary football talent. Look, what do you think the man is what is he suggesting?
Let me say good morning to our viewers and a few comments. If you are going to the western part of the country where you are heading from Hafasdin to the last town that was used to win the maritime battle between Ghana and Ivory Coast.
Right.
From Efasu, the last town is called New Town, but the indigenous name is called Avulienu.
Okay.
I think I will use this opportunity to tell the MP, Afitofe, who happens to be the Deputy Minister for Transport, that part is equal part of this country. And if you look at the resources that they generate, right, Cape 3 Point, all those places for this country, I don't think that the road over there is something that they deserve.
Okay.
And I was wondering how she was able to win that particular, award, so to speak. But that is just, I think that if she really wants her MPship, because that particular area is dominated by pro-government support base. The opposition doesn't win there.
Okay.
So I don't think that the road to Avulienu is something that they deserve. I don't even know whether to describe them as manholes or volcanic erupted road. I don't even know. It has been there since time immemorial. What's it called? President Mahama's first term, the contract was awarded. They intended to start and then they lost the elections. The new government came under President Akufo-Addo. They had to do investigation for all. Then they were able to do from Jowaf up to a certain town before you get to Efasu. So from that point up to Newtown or Avulienu, it's left
unattended. For a very long time.
Yes, and that is the border town. It's a border town to Ivory Coast. So you have that place stationed, Navy, Customs. You see the point.
That's serious.
Now, so I think I felt that there is the need for me to talk about that.
Okay.
Government, the indigenous people over there are angry, and because they have been voting for the current, party in government, they think that if they don't fix their road, they will deal with them.
Let me quickly just add a little to what my brother just said, and it is still in the Western. The Amenfi West, Central, and East, they are largely green constituencies. Right. But if I tell you, if not for Jonathan's mention of New Towns Road, I would have thought that our place had the worst forms of road. Wow. Especially Amenfi Central. All the three Amenfis are lucky roads, but I mean, if you ask me, the scarcity of resources, Prof, choose one of the three. I would have chosen so bad, but they are die-hard, consistent, green people.
It goes as far back as President Rawlings.
Yes, you know the area. It is so bad. It is so bad. In fact, Amenfi West, Asankragua is the capital. If you take away the capital, there's no other part you can go. You know, Tolompine, you can't go there. Recently, we saw Samraboy taken over by water. The road that leads to Samraboy, in Kwantakesi, Munido, you can simply not go there. Call the MP and find out. Then Central, then Amenfi East. It is so bad. I mean, if there's anything called reward for loyalty, okay, check the records. These are people who have been extremely loyal to the umbrella.
The least you can do is to fix those.
Oh, come on.
Even a third-class Champions Road will do.
Yeah. They just want the place to be more trouble. I mean, they don't want anything like the motorway, those things that.
Even from T1, from Chikobo.
Number one,
up to Hafasne. It's terrible.
Yeah. The road from Enchi to Asankragua, Samraboy, Enchi, that is supposed to be a very short distance. That would have linked people from the Western North down to Elibo. But you have to come and use Bordier, come and use Takwa, come and use wind around to a place that you could have access to it. But don't try that Asankragua, Enchi, or Elibo Road. Don't try, your car won't go. Maybe a tractor or something.
These are the kinds of roads that should have been added to the big push.
Currently, it is not on the list.
It should have.
Currently, it is not.
I mean, judging from everything that you said so far.
Yeah. I'm saying it on two grounds. The fact that it reduces the travel time for people from Western North accessing Elibo. You know, Elibo is a very busy town because of the interaction with the Ivorian part. It's a business hub. And if you have to come and travel through Apimenim, go through Takwa to Bugos to Bode, when you can access it straight from, it's so bad. I mean, if there's anything called loyalty,
as for the
reward for loyalty.
Kwanta, Elibo, that one.
The Takwa one. I mean, a start. The Abraham Kwanta to Elibo one is start. Then, like I said, then people also added the Apimenim to Takwa one. That is not a problem. But it still will take away some travel time. Then you cross Takwa, you get to Bordier, and you want to access that Asankragua Road Senior. Don't go there. Don't go there.
Okay. Thanks for drawing attention to this. The duty bearers, if you go to the ministries everywhere, they're watching Good Morning Ghana. And one of these days, the roads minister has promised to join us in the studio. Please, if you can put these questions down, I'll put it to him when it comes.
You should check the election data. Usually, when they come into government, they focus on governance.
Yes.
It is only the last year to election that they remember that governance has a direct correlation with the voting pattern of the people down there. So please don't be caught in that web of thinking that Ghana is a unitary state, and I've heard that English severally. You have to develop every place equally. Yes, I'm not saying cut some people out. Let's develop every place equally. But while you do that, check where you get your eggs.
I get the current philosophy of the president. This idea of spreading our resources thin, right, has equally not helped, because we end up doing projects substandard, because we want development to every part to get a point. So I like his philosophy. This big push, these are all asphalted, types of roads. And if you look at the thickness that they are laying on the road, it is going to take a long period. Because if you look at the work that CP used to do in this country,
Construction pioneers.
Construction pioneers. If you look at from then Takoradi to Nyamransa, for example, that road was constructed, I think, 1989. When I was going to the university. You understand? And how many years on? How many years on?
Okay.
So we are now redoing. The other stretch that President Kufuor did from Nyamransa going. I mean, you see the state. You see, I think I don't know if that was done by Senator. I don't remember that company.
Okay.
But we need to, get our act right.
Right.
Yeah, but Moro, have you seen the one on social media from Drobo, Jamai South?
No, I haven't seen that.
You have come across that. If it is true, it doesn't look like it's AI generated.
Okay.
But it's like manually tarring a road.
Wow.
So some guys have watering cans, spreading the black substance, the quota, on the red surface.
Okay.
And then a certain track also coming reverse and pouring this one on it. And it's like manually being, if it is true, please, the roads minister, please. You need to go to Drobo immediately. We are only throwing that money away. Just one rain, and that thing they are doing there will wash off.
And that also reminds me,
I need to take. Let me just take a small break. And when I come back, I want us to wrap up on the Black Stars so that we don't spend all the time on the roads. By the time we say time is almost up. Yes. So you're watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. Please stay with us. Don't go anywhere.
Ghana for the second World Cup running, the only Africans left standing.
I was getting a number of we could have close to 200 doctors. So Piazza Nampi, challenge today the jackpot day. We did live.
He's in the area. He's gone.
Oh,
It's the Wolaki World Cup Sikapuduo promo. Every 11th June, Kosi 31st July 2026. Play and win your share of the 1 million Ghana City jackpot with a minimum stake of just 10 Ghana Cities. 20 lucky customers go win their share of the 20,000 Ghana Cities daily jackpot. Top 10 agents go chop bonus every weekend. Kind of what Wolaki app, Wolaki website. Wo agent who are now dial *288#. Wolaki World Cup Sikapuduo. Kakiti wane dikes, yeah.
Auntie, one man no chopo. Blow beyond your mame.
Terms and conditions apply. Play responsibly. Not for persons under 18. Licensed and regulated by the NLA.
Play small, win big.
Are you a headmaster, headmistress, parent, teacher, or an educator looking for high-quality textbooks for preschool, primary, and junior high school students? Look no further than Advocate Publishing Company. Advocate Publishing Company is a leading publisher of educational materials in Ghana that publishes very engaging, interactive, and comprehensive textbooks that meet the needs of students, teachers, and parents. Our textbooks are thoroughly published to make learning fun and easy. They are also designed to stimulate critical thinking, problem solving, and creativity in students. Make Advocate Publishing your preferred choice for all your educational needs. Explore our range of textbooks and educational resources. Visit us at the old GNTC yard near Kingsway, Accra. You can contact us on 0503 786 776 or 02408 06354, also 0531 600360, and connect with us on Instagram, X, and Facebook at Advo Publishing. Don't settle for less. Choose the best. Advocate Publishing Company, empowering young minds one textbook at a time. Thinking Publishing, think Advocate Publishing.
This July, Ghana will host global downstream energy leaders, innovators, and experts at the Ghana International Petroleum Conference, GIPCON 2026, to collaborate, exchange insights, and develop strategies and groundbreaking innovations through strategic dialogues. The event, held under the auspices of the Minister of Energy and Green Transition, Honorable Dr. John Abdullah Junapo, is on the theme Building a Resilient Downstream, Policy, Innovation, and Investment for Growth. His Excellency John John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana, is our distinguished guest of honor. Speakers for the event are Mr. Godwin Kujo Tamako, Esquire, Chief Executive of NPA, Dr. Patrick Ofori, Chief Executive of Seaboard, Dr. Riverson Opong, Chief Executive of Comac, alongside other key captains of industry. Join us from the 16th to the 17th of July 2026 from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day at the Palms Convention Center, La Palm Royal Beach, Accra. We can't wait to host you.
Finding my dream apartment in just 2 days was a breeze with 7terragh.com. Looking for your next home, the perfect piece of land, or the best commercial property for your business? Are you worried about sending money home for property and finding nothing when you return? Well, worry no more. 7terragh.com is just a platform to find prime lands, perfect properties, or vibrant real estate development at the click of a button. 7terragh.com is your go-to property listing platform that allows you to register, list, rent, buy or sell, and connect with correct agents. With our AI-powered smart search, personalized dashboards, verified agent connection, and interactive property maps, all your property needs have been made easier. Check us out on 7terragh.com or contact us on 0302-998-246 or 0561-032-252. 7terragh.com, powered by MNC Properties.
Right, you're watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. The show is also live on 94.1 FM. My guests are also here with us. My name is Awudu Moro, but I have Professor Smart Sapong. He's the Director of Research and Innovation, Kumasi Technical University. And then also Dr. Jonathan Asante-Okyere, Senior Lecturer, University of Cape Coast, Executive Director, African Institute of Strategic Studies. So, Doc, your appeal is to the roads minister. In fact, somebody has just sent me a message. He says he works, he's got very good relationships at the roads ministry, and that he was watching the show. He just sent me a message that he sent the message to the roads minister and his deputy that there are some concerns that are being raised on Good Morning Ghana, so they should quickly pay attention to it and see what they can do about it. So hopefully this week, we should have either the deputy or the minister himself to look at, because these are very, very, very important issues that are bringing to the attention of the government and, for that matter, the roads minister. And not necessarily because these are dyed-in-the-wool NDC supporters, but they are Ghanaians. And so every Ghanaian living everywhere who has terrible roads, we must fix them, because everybody pays their taxes. But I get where you're coming from, that, loyalty must count for something, and like you said, even if you have to just asphalt it, and just to make it more trouble for them, they'll be fine with that. Anyway, so Doc, and anytime you come here, please, let's keep hammering on this until the roads are fixed. Anytime the two of you come to the show, we'll hammer on it. It's like our ritual, our advocacy. Please do. And when you also come in, take some pictures on the roads and let's.
I have a video of that road.
Okay.
But I think I might have deleted.
Okay.
If you see.
Paper Chopper, on your way here.
I can even let my people there.
Take some of the videos. Yes, please do. Please do.
I went to my area with a pickup.
Okay.
And one side of the pickup will enter into the road, and the rest of the tires will be up like this.
And that's a pickup?
Yeah, a pickup.
The saloon cars.
No, why are you talking about
Whoa. Anyway.
You see, let me wrap up on this road.
Yes.
I think in the 2026 budget, I'm just trying to check the figure. The finance minister, allocated a huge sum of money for the filling of potholes. So potholes are obviously the inner city roads. If you look at Abra in Cape Coast, the Abra stretch, my goodness, as if that is not part, of Cape Coast, and even Cape Coast in generality. You have too many internal potholes. They will obviously be waiting when they are getting to a fascia period, and then that has always been the phenomenon. And they will fix all the street lights, and then we'll go to
just
sleep.
for the optics.
Just for the optics.
Oh God.
You understand? So
anyway.
That is. Then let me say good morning to the incoming Vice Chancellor of University of Cape Coast. Now, duly appointed. He's taken over, I think, the first week or 1st of August. Also, so
is that Professor Jane's successor?
No. Jane is long ago.
Long ago.
So after Prof. Jane came Professor Kupoli.
And
then
I've not been following, so that's
Professor Piagate
came.
About 3.
The one that we had issues
with.
Wampon. So after
this is like the fourth one.
This one, the fourth one.
Then it's Professor Denis Aheto.
Aheto, yes.
He's been doing very well. I mean, there is calm on campus. So we are waiting to see once he takes the investiture and has the full capacity. Then apart from that, we have always had cause to complain about this pragya, the use of pragya in this country. And especially where you get to UCC, for example, I spoke about it, the main administration, you have, I mean,
that's bad.
It's terrible. I've called on the MCE that at least they should sit down with the security and then decide where they should be. Because the proximity is an eyesore.
It's an eyesore.
You see, and they will say that that part is not part of the university, but it is the university student. You are cutting from one place to the other. So at least they can go into the inner part of the road where the T junction will take you to Aposka, and then because it is terrible. I don't know whether some colleagues have invested in that, and so they seem so adamant that it shouldn't be. And the way they ride, some of them wearing this rasta, pinning, and all those things, their presence in the university, what is that?
Nuisance.
You see, they are a nuisance. Anyway, as for the Black Stars, I think that the coach is the departed coach. If I say departed, I say he's dead. Sorry. The coach who just departed, whether he's resigned, retired, or whatever, I like him. Very soon, if we decide that we are going to hire a new person, the debate will be whether you should take a local coach or a foreign coach. The Black Stars, as it stands now, they have never done well with local coaches at that top level. It's not because they are not competent. It is because people will just be manipulating them. They will just not let them function. I asked myself, I think Onya on Saturday, what did Baba Rahman go and do? Baba Rahman, is the choice of Baba Rahman, his inclusion, what did he go? What for? When you find out, we are told that he has a link, whatever, with the GFA, is it president or something of that sort, and that's the more reason why the person finds himself there consistently. So is it the case that when whatever money that they will realize, I don't know, I don't want to even go into that. But I think that this particular coach brought some kind of stability, was new, and I think that if they decide to maintain him, the better. Coaches such as this, they are people of principle, right? He's not even waiting for his term that you gave him to expire before he leaves. And he signed off so beautifully. That is the mentality of a principled person, not someone who needs job, that much. This is a person who has been assistant coach of Sir Ferguson himself. He's went as far as Real Madrid. So it is not about what he's going to earn from us. You could see that the man had that passion for this country and for the team. And I believe if he's allowed to continue, maybe a tweaking here, a tweaking there, could ensure that the team, gets or gathers that particular momentum that they will want to have, presented when they go to the AFCON. You understand? But other than that, I had son, I don't know, I forgot, is it Diarra?
Sani Dara.
He spoke about sports investment.
Yes.
I asked myself, of all the money that has been realized from the Black Stars and the investment government over the period have made in the Black Stars, what have you realized from it? Apart from heartbreaks, besides the money that we get when we compete at the world, cup level, what are those monies? And then we build a stadium, a miniature stadium at Legon at $34.1 million. When it was 30 to 40, percentage completion. You see, and then you feed people $15 million. If you hear of the quotations in sports, you see, you will marvel. And there's a country that is so poor. And I'm happy now that this particular issue, this African Games 2023, has come up and they are investigating. I think that people must be called, to answer some questions when it comes to, investment. These days, the situation is all about AstroTurf. People are investing in AstroTurf because they want to let the youth over there have a feel, of good pitches to train. But the argument has always been, why wouldn't you include the local players in the Black Stars, isn't it? But every local player in this country is always looking forward to go abroad because they don't see their future here. And we all know that top-level football, you forget about the hunger of the local players. Top-level football.
Because they're poorly paid, aren't they?
Yes, everybody knows where those... Why are we spending more money paying, GSTV just to watch the Premiership, just to watch La Liga, and so on and so forth? Why are we not watching, the Accra Folk and all those things? It used to be the case. But what happened? What happened? That rivalry, that positive rivalry between House of Folk and Kotoko, where is it? You see, and it's all, the investment has not been...
Our case is just a case of us cost accountants who say, Gaigo, it's garbage in, garbage out.
Yes, what you input is what you...
It's what you
put in is what you get out.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So the chickens will always come home to roost if you don't do the right things.
If we think that we want to change this coach, I don't have a problem because Black Stars, when they win, I'm happy. When they lose, I'm not bothered. You understand? Yes, that is because I always see that as a source of people making money unnecessarily. So I was a bit disappointed when Mr. Ibrahim, decided that he was going to give them additional. Say, oh, sir, I know you are a good philanthropist. I like you. I like him very much. No two ways about that because of his selflessness. But these people have money.
Yeah.
They are not poor. So why would you want to give them more than what government is even giving them? You see, we have...
Where we are here. Oh.
You're not a footballer. Anyway, yes. but that is to discount the importance of extrinsic motivation.
Yeah.
Yes, I get it. I mean, intrinsically, when you're Ghanaian, that in itself is enough motivation, and the fact that you're not poor, will cry.
Yes.
But you see, the intention is not a bad one.
Look,
which is go all
if you cannot
kill yourself.
If you
can't, whether money.
Yes, if you can't play and win against Argentina, money can't do anything.
Have you seen what Cape Verde did in this tournament?
Yeah, check how much they were giving.
Well, they were not
playing for the nation.
But they played from their hearts.
Yes.
They were ready to kill them. And they nearly edged Argentina. In fact, they won by luck.
Yes.
My point is that you may not necessarily have the materials. I don't know what
the
definition of good material
I'm told
is.
That even what the Germans were given, for example, by the state, if you compare that to a poor country like Ghana, we are even taking more than they are taking.
I agree with you.
Almost twice.
And then we'll end up asking for loans from these people.
I know.
Misplaced priority.
So your point is that if the Black Stars have to win, or if we have to give the Black Stars money for them to win, they are not worthy of wearing the Black Stars jersey.
Look,
You know, it's a different thing when you win. You get to a certain stage and so you've done well. And then we reward you.
You see,
I get it. I get it.
People have their quotations in how much the players have been given.
It's beginning to look like we're just throwing money down the drain. You know, we're just throwing money down the drain.
It doesn't even go to the players.
No, at all.
In full.
At all.
By the time it gets to the players, handling charges, and you see that.
Whoever is doing the charges.
What the coefficiency?
Yes. I remember that.
All right. Anyway, so gentlemen, I want us to do this quickly, and then we'll come back and look at the issue with the courses that the two of you are teaching, and the view that has been expressed by the former education minister. So let's look at let's do our community, our sanitation watch just briefly, and it won't take much of our time. We are still zooming our lenses on the good works, the philanthropic works that the Zoom Lion group of companies have been doing, and so at some point would do that. I'm talking about a sanitation watch and also community watch, which has become an integral part of the Good Morning Ghana show. So once Vanessa and her team are ready, we'll bring to you the both the sanitation watch and that of the community watch. So, gentlemen, I want us to look at the. You know, it rained, it got flooded. People lost their homes, people lost their property, cash and some other things. And we saw the president flying in a helicopter trying to assess the situation. He wants to get a better eye view, something more comprehensive. Some people have criticized him for flying in the air, and some thought that he should have been on the ground to be fraternizing and interacting with the people. And some also say, look, if you just go to, say, Agbobulushi and you go and fraternize the people, how does that give you a general view of the situation? And so that kind of thinking is not right. So I mean, the debate is on. But whatever it is, he has a broader view of the situation. The Works and Housing Minister, the Works and Housing Minister and some other ministers were at Government Accountability Series where a new sanitation czar, you know, was introduced. He's a military man, something Yabua, who is now going to be ensuring that, look, we deal with this sanitation thing once and for all. And he's also been outlining a raft of measures that he intends to implement to at least. The thing is, you can't stop the flooding, but you can only mitigate the impact of the flooding. When I say you can't stop flooding, I'm saying that you can't stop flooding in totality, because even in the Western world, the more advanced countries, they experience some flooding. But the impact is not felt as we are feeling now, because we haven't done certain things right structurally, and so on and so forth. So let's look at what the Daily Graphic today is saying. It says government activates post-flood recovery. Armed forces are going to be leading the operational response. Now, the Daily Graphic page 13 is what I'm going to be reading now. And then I can bring you in for us to look at this. This very, very important. Whether you think that we are on course, we're doing the right things. Now, first, Abram Kranche from Jubilee House is reporting that the government has activated a comprehensive post-flood recovery and mitigation program following the devastating floods that struck the Greater Accra region and parts of the Volta and the Central regions last Monday. It includes a nationwide cleanup and a recovery exercise with a focus on restoring public safety, improving sanitation, and preventing secondary disasters such as outbreaks of cholera, typhoid, and other waterborne diseases. Now, particular attention will be given to clearing refuse, silt, fallen trees, abandoned vehicles, collapsed structures, and other debris obstructing roads, bridges, drains, and water courses. Now, President John Dramani Mahama, who conducted an aerial reconnaissance of the affected areas last week to obtain a first-hand assessment of the devastation, directed activation of a National Post-Flood Mitigation Task Force to coordinate all recovery, relief, and mitigation interventions. The Director General of the Joint Operations at the Ghana Armed Forces, Brigadier General Foster Okai-Yeboah, who is spearheading the operational coordination of the post-flood mitigation efforts, announced the measures at a press briefing at the Jubilee House last Friday. He said specialized subcommittees had been established to ensure an effective and coordinated response. Now, they include the Post-Flood Mitigation Committee, Early Warning Committee, Sanitation and Health Committee, Relief and Donations Committee, and Emergency Communications Committee. President Mahama had earlier committed 350 million cedis to support emergency relief, recovery, and flood mitigation interventions as the nation mobilizes to restore normalcy and safeguard public health. Now, Brigadier Brigadier General Kayabua said that the government had directed that GAF lead operational components of the mitigation efforts in collaboration with the relevant agencies and the Ministry of Water Resources, Works and Housing, the National Disaster Management Organization, the Metropolitan and District Assemblies, Ghana Police Service, Ghana National Fire Service, Ghana Health Service, Environmental Protection Agency, private sector organizations, and other stakeholders. The Ghana Armed Forces Brigadier General Kayabua said would deploy personnel, engineers, and specialized equipment to clear major drains, streams, rivers, and other critical water courses. Now, in accordance with applicable laws and directives of the appropriate civil authorities, structures illegally erected within water courses or those that pose an immediate danger to public safety and flood mitigation efforts might be removed where necessary. Prof.
Yes, sir.
Are you hearing the right things?
Mm-hmm. In fact, I saw a documentary that your friend Evans in
Evans Mensah
was showing, describing the comments that are coming as more of a repeated stuff we've heard over and over again.
Okay.
It's more like a template being replayed. We are waiting to see how the implementation would go. But this is a long-standing national problem. We have recorded from the presentation the Army officer showed.
Yes.
You realize that year in, year out, our encroachment and invasion on natural wetlands is getting out of hands.
Yeah.
Government comes, government goes. We do not have solution in the people we appoint to handle those sectors. The Works and Housing Minister, per my last ranking, was part of the bottom 5, 2025. I shared that report. The agri, finance, roads, there are some ministers who were doing well. In that report, he was not doing too well. In fact, the fact that these things sit under his ministry and he would join the NADMO to do post-flooding activities instead of coming out for us to see pre-flooding activities, even tells us that we are not actually taking the issue quite serious. Our assemblies and people in charge of granting permits have also reneged on their work. And we always, every year, in fact, I don't want to be a pessimist, but it is likely that even next year, Moro, we will sit here and talk about flooding again. So I won't be enthused by the playback of the template. According to Evans, they will start by inspection, and you see them come around, inspect, walk in the mud with us. Sometimes they come by road, by air, all those things. Then they will go form a committee to look at something. Step 2 being played out to us.
Yeah.
Then step 3, he says they begin to use bombastic words. Like this time we'll intensify, we'll aggressive, they're big words. And then we go to sleep after there's a little calmness and we are in the dry season, everybody goes to sleep. And the year comes so quickly and flood faces us again. I just want to, and I always see President Mahama as a president to leave out a certain big legacy, a very strong, memorable legacy before he leaves. He has admitted this is his last term. He won't be standing any contest. If he means it and he really wishes to leave us a certain legacy, especially with this flooding thing, I know he can do it. I know there will be impediment on his way trying to do the right thing, I know. But I mean, he has nothing to lose. He has served his people from all levels, and he is at the pinnacle, at the last stage of service to his country. He can do this. I know the impediments might come from his own people. I'm not even talking about people on the street or oppositional. His own people, because all these things we are talking about is unsolvable because the key people are part of the whole thing. If it was you and I, ordinary Ghanaians, encroaching and blocking the waterways, they would have dealt with that long ago. But for all you know, all these people we know and the big men in Ghana are all part of this issue we are suffering from. So I would wait and see a rollout of a proper, serious implementation plan aiming at curbing this perennial flooding. And this year we've received it in 10 folds. I mean, the West, since I started seeing, I don't know whether some happened before I was born, but I mean the West. And I would expect that the response would also be quite severe and serious. But I mean, I won't be too excited now until the plan begins to roll out. I hear that the Garrett funds now have been released after a long, I mean, whatever, whether it is a deliberate refusal to release or whatever, now it has been released. Those responsible should make very judicious use of it. In fact, if you would spend government funds on top of the lives that has been lost, and you don't use the money to do what it is intended to do, you, that contractor, would have blood on your hands. And I'm saying this thing passionately. It's not every money that you chop, please. Let's get serious. If you chop the road money and construct bad roads and all those things, please, this particular one, lives have been lost. So if you waste such a money and you don't use it on the right system, the drainage you are supposed to construct or whatever task you've been assigned, you would permanently have blood on your hands. So please, let's get serious. At this stage, I would be quite silent until I see the rollout of the plan. Let's not do this blame game that we do whenever this issue comes up. In fact, when it rained on Monday last week, I was telling myself that, you see, let it get to like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, then you see this person pushing that on it. It was like, who didn't do this? That is irresponsibility. That is failure of us as a people. Something has happened. We need response. And then going forward activities, you are talking about in the past. Okay, so that is the first step towards our irresponsibility. We are refusing to even accept responsibility. That is quite bad.
Right.
So blame game will not take us anywhere. If we say we are doing blame game, we'll be here in 12 months, we'll come and we'll still be in there. Please, let those in charge take full responsibility. My friend, the minister in charge, and everybody else. And I will applaud the NADMO. Seriously, I'll single out the NADMO. I know there are a lot of stakeholders in all this, and the NADMO would also work with other security agencies. But, I mean, I'll single out the NADMO and applaud them. Seriously, they've not, it's not like a perfect situation, but they've tried very hard to meet this aggravated flooding nearly head on. Nearly head on. All right. All other stakeholders have done well, but I think I will single them out and applaud them.
Okay.
They have done their work. They've done what they're supposed to do. In fact, theirs is to wait and respond. They are not like the minister who's supposed to take proactive actions and blah, blah. They do the education and all those things, but if the thing comes, we call them in. They've done their best, along with the other partners they work with. So let's wait and see implementation. I wish ourselves well. I wish this time we'll be serious with the steps we need to take to prevent these things.
But you mentioned the Garrick project and the fact that the funds have not been released. Now that it is now that the funds have been released, it's actually the facts that we have, what we are privy to, does not actually support what the World Bank has said. And so I was surprised that the World Bank said what it said. Because in 2025, an amount of $3 million was released for fumigation and some flood mitigation exercise. And also in 2026, yes, about $10 million or so. Maybe the World Bank would have to throw some more light, would have to shed some more light on what it means by delay by the Finance Ministry in releasing funds. I don't know what funds the Finance Ministry was supposed to release that they did not release, for which reason we have.
And if at their level, it's established that they actually misstated the facts. That would be unfortunate.
Yeah.
Why would they want to do that?
Yes, because the facts as we have seen it from the Finance Ministry, because you see what we did as journalists is that once we read the World Bank report, we went behind what the World Bank had said, and so we contacted the Finance people and said, look, this is what the World Bank is saying, what do you also have to say? And then they showed us some documents, you know, and I was like, wow. So maybe we don't want to impute any ulterior motive. You know, we can just grant them the benefit of the doubt. But if the World Bank can come back to us and tell us what they mean by the Finance Ministry delayed it, then we will then take the conversation from there, because we need to reconcile the two positions. You know, what is it the World Bank is saying as against what the Finance Ministry is telling us? But anyway, Dr. Archie, I'm sure. I don't know what. Did you watch the accountability series? The government where the communications minister unveiled the big man in town. What was the name, Captain Okayebua, has been the man who is going to be coordinating the operational wing of government's flood mitigation level. Anyway, I've read some of the measures that are going to be put in place. Do you think that, of course, Prof said, look, they are not entirely new. Our problem is the ideas are there, but how the implementation and the execution has always been our challenge.
You said something about flooding and as to whether we can get rid of it. I think as far as Accra is concerned, it is naturally a difficult thing. You see, the geographical location of Greater Accra, being below the sea level itself, is a disadvantage.
Right.
So the rest then becomes engineering, right? So that is where this Garrett project comes in, and so on and so forth. If you look at the lofty nature of the project, you have to appreciate the fact that it is geared towards ameliorating the effect of the flood. Because, I mean, if you look at how Greater Accra suffers whenever there is rainfall. This morning I heard that there was going to be some rain, and everybody else is in a hurry because now.
I rather didn't rain. That's our people. Hey, the day they cleared the space for president on, I think, Independence Day, was nothing will happen. That was the day you.
I know it rained. These are betting people anyway.
So for me, it is good that we are having, the military come into this. There are two things. I'm beginning to beat a backtrack when it comes to Zoom Lion now.
Okay.
I've been following Manasseh Azuri on the account.
Right.
And to the extent that what Zoom Lion is even currently doing in terms of intervention is being criticized by the same person.
Interesting.
Then I ask myself, is it now a personal kind of thing? So there is something, and I'm getting a bit agitated. It's just like Ibrahim Mahama in those years, engineers and planners. The certain that listed for free, it became political in this country. What is wrong with us? And then on social media, two things. You have the president fly, right, to check, to have an aerial view. That obviously could be done within about 30 minutes. Even if it takes 2 weeks, when you have everywhere flooded, you cannot manually. Can you be using the car or you should be using boat to be checking the areas? What would that do? That thing has happened. And people have gone on social media, and if you look at the vitriolic attack, so it's as if someone is being is living a life of luxury. He doesn't care about anyone. Then I saw Dr. Baumia, walk through with some, and I asked myself, so the 8 years of perennial rain, when did he walk through the floods of Accra?
But he's not the president. He was not the president.
So then he shouldn't have done so.
Why?
He was then the vice president.
Now he's a flag bearer of the party.
You want to demonstrate that you care.
Yes.
So, did he ever walk in any of the flood periods?
He would walk if Nanado had instructed him.
Absolutely. His movements.
He didn't need.
He works at the pleasure of the president.
Really?
Yes.
So those 30 or 33 things that he said he had initiated and done.
Yes.
That one was at the pleasure of the president.
The fact that he's vice president doesn't mean he didn't also have some initiatives. But those initiatives.
So are you trying to tell me that
would have to be
the minister in charge of Works and Housing?
Yes. Yeah, Works and Housing.
He would need the president's permission to go and check the flood areas.
So he doesn't have to. That's the sector. That's his sector.
He needs to go and check and come and report to the president.
This excuse is a lame excuse.
Oh no,
it's a lame excuse.
the vice president to know.
What harm? What harm? What harm would that cause the president?
You a job to
fine. What harm?
Yes.
Would that cause the president if his vice president goes out to check
maybe
flooded areas?
Maybe what you and I should be asking. Well, maybe what you and I should be asking is: did Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia go to Nana to say, "Look, I want to go and check the flood victims," and then I'll say, "Go or don't go"?
Okay, well that borders. We don't know. It borders on leadership. Now something is at stake.
Yes.
He wants to win 2028
He's
elections. Therefore, he must identify himself with the people. I don't have a problem.
Okay.
But the 8 years of that period, that Greater Accra has been experiencing flooding consistently, he was never anywhere. Then the other thing, look, as part of the solution, our attitude, the president spoke about that, is very bad. Why do you think that it is raining and therefore I'm going to throw my refuse into the raining water so that the water will take it away? To where?
But days after they started.
I'll
show some. Have you seen
those videos? I have.
So this is what I am advocating that the team under the soldier will have to do. I think that we may have to put CCTV cameras in all flood-prone areas, or open gutters where we believe people intentionally dump refuse. We cannot afford to send, tankers, officers, or whatever, to be standing at those places just because some people, have bad attitude. Secondly, the cost of dislodging people's refuse in their homes should be cheap enough. It shouldn't be that costly, so that people will have costs, right, to keep their refuse in their rooms. In the midnight, they'll just go and throw the refuse somewhere because nobody is watching. Because that person knows very well that what he's doing is not right, but he doesn't have any better option. So as a state, there is the need for that option to be given. Thirdly, I think that Zoomlion has proven to me, I have been criticizing them because I felt that the money they were giving the sweepers, was something that, and I found out that it was not actually the case. It is something that government over the period had arranged. You see, had arranged, and even sometimes Zoomlion pays ahead before government reimburses.
Actually, per the agreement, Zoomlion is supposed to be pre-financing this, and the government pays. But they pre-finance for a long time. Government doesn't pay. So as we speak, the government is indebted to Zoomlion close to about 600 million cedis. The government doesn't pay it. But of course, because this Ghanaian, he keeps doing the job, even though he's not been paid.
But 600 million.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. 600
Maybe in the world of the Zoomlion boss, it's peanut. But in our world,
it's not.
It's not. But he's not talking.
Oh, you see, it's a business idea.
So by now, government should have.
No, indigenous Ghanaian. If it were foreigner,
I would have sued you long ago.
The question is, government has decided that instead of engaging Zoomlion the way they engage them, they have changed the mode of engagement. That mode of engagement has created a vacuum. And that vacuum is what we are witnessing.
Right.
So, if we think that Zoomlion has become too much of a lion in the midst of other, sub-animals, we can let them create others, help create others, right? So that they can equally, help Zoomlion to do the entire work.
Yeah.
And the others will equally create some jobs, so that it does not become that, it doesn't have that monopolistic, control over everything. Right. I think that is where probably others have been digging in and then creating, a problem for Zoomlion. I think it is something that is, they have proven that we do not have any better sanitation, whatever. Then lastly, on this, I think that if government introduces a sanitation levy, like what they did, the 1 cedi for the fuel,
yes,
we will go a long way to solve this problem.
Hey.
You see, the opposition will always criticize that taxes. When the Ghanaian sees that we can even decide that money, we will not let anybody pay for refuse that they generate.
Okay.
You get the point?
Yeah, so pick up people's refuse for free?
That is the money that we are using. What is the essence of health insurance? Everybody is supposed to get some basic health care, is that not the case? But there is a tax element somewhere that we are all sharing to pay. So if we are bringing this levy as a nation, we can say that money, look, today we are not experiencing doomsday. When the fuel prices went up, I was among those who said that the opposition is asking government to remove that. I said, no, that particular 1 cedi must stay, because we are using that to fuel. So we will not lack generational capacity. So if we are bringing another levy, sanitation levy, and we let everybody know that all those within this catchment area and elsewhere, at the end of every year, so and so, according to what you do, we are giving everybody this, that, and that. And if we decide that maybe certain areas people can pay, fine. But those areas, we can decide that nobody should pay. And that money should go straight, because I've seen that the current regime has been very disciplined when it comes to fiscal, So if we can go on that tangent, that this is supposed to do this, and that nobody is going to pay for any side, who will go and throw the refuse in the gutter?
Okay.
When he knows very well that at the end of the day, they will come and pick it. Finally, can we go on implement drainage systems that are all closed instead of open drainage systems? Because they say nature abhors vacuum.
Right.
Once there is a space where the person doesn't know where to throw the refuse, he looks here, he looks there, he will throw the refuse into that drain, thinking that his great-grandparents will come and pick a destiny for him. So, the famous philosopher by name Democritus, he says that a law that works by compulsion is not a good law.
Right.
It must work by conviction.
Okay.
People must have the conviction that this is not what we are supposed to do.
You know, the challenge with the sanitation and well, I don't know whether to call it we used to have, because we're picking up some signals that even though the government, it was a campaign promise by the NDC to scrap it, sanitation pollution levy. In fact, they talked about it during the NPP time, and the NPP justified it and said, look, we need it, especially in the wake of the Sisi Ladapa matter, you recall. They said, a sanitation levy in the Sisi Ladapa, I mean, it may sound pedestrian, but it was one of the things that people said. And so the NDC promised they were going to scrap it.
Yes.
Now, even though the processes had begun for the scrapping of that levy, we're told that it's still on our books and it's still being collected. I am yet to confirm that. Yes. So because somebody just sent me a message and said that I should cross-check and that he is reliably informed that the levy was still being collected. So we're cross-checking with the finance people to check whether indeed that is, because they are in charge of the fiscal side of things. But if the government let's even assume that it is scrapped and it's not being collected, will this government then have the moral right to ask that we bring it back? Because now there's something called reality check. We need to clean the cities and we need money to do that.
Yes.
One of the reasons why I believe that if the Zoom Lion contract is going to come back, maybe in a different form and shape, not as it used to be, because there were some issues there.
Yeah.
We would need money to pay them because they can't work for free. It's a private business organization.
Yeah.
And so we need some fund to be able to support them, for them to keep clean. Because whether we like it or not, one of the reasons that the two of you have all identified, one of the reasons is the fact that we're not cleaning our cities well. I mean, since the termination of that contract, we don't see the Zoom Line people around. The place is dirty and we're not collecting the rest. In fact, the places are not even being swept because the local assemblies, which was then the policy direction of this government, which is that let's take the thing away from one company and give it to the assemblies for the assemblies to identify somebody to do the cleaning or people to do the cleaning. Fact of the matter is that they can't even get the money to employ people to do the cleaning. And that is why
but the local government says that money has been given to them.
So, well, they're saying that they're saying it's not enough. It's not enough. Now, the sanitation minister, in fact, I recall during must have been sometime last year in 2020. Last year, he mentioned that look, there were talks for a reintroduction of the sanitation and pollution levy because
he recognizes doesn't have a sanitation ministry.
No, it doesn't have a sanitation ministry. So everything's under local government, and that's why Ahmed Banda was the one who was talking about it. So I'm saying that whether the government will be able to muster the courage to say, look, we were wrong in the past, forgive us, but we need the sanitation and pollution levy. That is what we're not sure about. But it's a good call. Now,
no, but the point is that how was it used?
In the past. Well, that's another good
question.
So it comes back to the issue you raised. It's not the taxes that we raise, it's how they are used.
Yes.
And if the people can see that the taxes are being used for what it is used for.
How can you take me street light?
Yes.
Or it's on my bill?
And yet Accra is always dark.
Accra is always dark.
So people will complain. I agree with you.
If we as a state, they bring this back, saying that nobody is going to pay for refuse generated. You imagine the number of refuse companies that you are going to get in this country.
Okay.
Including Zoomlion itself.
All right. So let's do this quickly. I'll bring you the Prof. Let's do this. So for our community watch today, let's do this briefly. For our community watch today, we're told that some residents of Amasaman, Oshuman, I hope I got that correctly, Oshuman, I believe so, are complaining about their deplorable roads. They've heard you, and so they've brought us videos of this. So you see, it's everywhere. Look at
the rains have exposed us.
Big time. So Amasaman, Oshuman, I hope I got the pronunciation correctly. That's the nature of the road, and so they've sent us this video for us to draw the attention of their duty bearers, Assemblyman.
This one is not even bad.
Yes, it's better.
Compared to the ones you're talking about, this is far better. If the people in if they get this one, they'll be grateful. But this is the situation, So
from Manjia,
please, the MC and everybody else, you should come and explain to us why the roads in Amasaman, Oshuman is this bad. Yeah, it's very, very bad.
It's just a few kilometers away from Accra.
Yeah. Anyway. So that's for our community watch today. Thank you very much, the people of Amasaman and Oshuman, for sending us this video. We're grateful. We'll keep showing this until something is done about your roads. I can appreciate and understand what you've been going through all this while. It's quite clearly in a very, very bad shape, and so we'll see how it goes. But let's now look at, let's now do our sanitation watch. We've touched quite a bit on sanitation, but would now show you what Zoomlion Ghana Limited, the fact that they have intensified post-flood recovery efforts with a large-scale desilting exercise across several communities and municipalities in Accra, including Ablikma West, Okaikwe North, Ladade Kotopong, and Ayawaso West. Adansuman, Mamponse, Shaibu, workers and heavy-duty equipment, as you can see, clearing drains clogged with silt, plastic waste, and other refuse that contributed to the recent flooding. The exercise is aimed to restore the free flow of stormwater, improve sanitation, and reduce the risk of future floods. While the residents welcomed the intervention, the large volumes of plastic waste removed from the drains highlighted the impact of the indiscriminate waste disposal on urban flooding. So the authorities stress that although desilting is essential, preventing future flood disasters will also require sustained public commitment to proper waste management and keeping drains free of refuse. You see, the people miss Zoomlion. You see, they miss Zoomlion. You see, but for Zoomlion, who will be doing this? Look at this.
But it's not as if when Zoomlion was doing all this work,
no,
we're not getting.
I agree with you. Except that I think that the scale and the magnitude is and that is why the two of you rightly said that, look, it is, you see, it is not, Zoomlion is not really the problem, but it's the kinds of agreement maybe that we entered with them. So that if once we tighten and we make the agreements better, they'll do a better job. There's definitely I mean there's always room for improvement. There's no doubt about it.
For now, if it comes to Zoomlion,
so
I'm not predisposed to listening to Mr. Manasseh because even in the period where they are doing philanthropic this thing, you are still
relief. That's a problem with it.
That is terrible.
Yes. It's becoming...
This thing, there is also a law. I don't know. When you put up a building, within your yard, you are supposed to leave a space untarred.
To take the water, to absorb water.
Yes. But you go to people's homes,
everywhere
you have walled everywhere, and you've tarred everywhere.
It's on the front page of one of the papers. One professor expert in
people should be going to be inspecting.
Anyway.
Because, you see, it's like you are diverting the pressure elsewhere. But if you had that, because if you come to my house, we have cocoyam planted there. You have plantain.
Next time I will bring you plantain from my house, not from the farm.
Organic?
Organic from the house.
I didn't know you do subsistence.
Oh, come on. I'm about to start a pottery.
Oh, that's nice. The way to go. It's the way to go.
Anyway, I wanted to add something quickly. As for Zoom Lion and waste management in Ghana, in fact, it is only within the African pull him down mentality that would make us dispose of a firm like Zoom Lion. And then say everybody with the capacity should apply, and what is that? Then we are here, and other countries outside are tapping into the expertise, and we are here being taken over by filth. And I want to add to what Dr. Jonathan said, that, you see, their absence. You see, last year, we didn't experience this level of flood because it was just at the point where they left. This is the year we've seen the true impact. And if you want to see the impact, check the past years and the level of, at least the past 8 years, the level of flood.
The volumes of the rain that have come also.
The volumes of the rains is one. But the filth we are seeing, you check how, as if they've gathered it and they've pushed it. That tells us that sector is really, really lacking. In fact, so number one, if there's anything we need to do, President Mahama has done well. Goldfields is now indigenously owned. The other
Goldfields,
the Damai one and all those things. He's been and Dr. Dufour is now Heath Goldfields. Let's not take away indigenous work at one end, and the other end be promoting indigenous work. The current government criticized the job losses of indigenous banks, Indum and all those things. I don't think it is principle or maybe in good faith to take away. And now we have been exposed big time that we need the service of Zoom Lion. The last bit I'm adding is the education bit. In fact, last year, we organized my place, Institute of Research, Innovation and Development at Kumasi Technical University, organized a waste management competition amongst 47 senior high schools in Ashanti region. At the end of the contest, Opoku the boys' school at Ekropon, not Opoku couldn't make it to the finals. I'll check from...
Is it St. Paul's?
No.
St. Peter's?
No. It's Kumasi.
Oh, Kumasi. Oh, sorry. Okay.
Oh, Kumasi. They're at Ekropon Achuma. Oh, I forgot. OT, Osetutu.
Oh, Osetutu.
Osetutu, forgive. Osetutu won. That's Osetutu on the screen.
Right.
They were adjudged overall best in terms of waste management, the understanding of sanitation and waste management. In fact, the main aim of the contest is to get younger people to become sanitation conscious and waste management advocates. We did it among 47 senior high schools. The second school was Prempeh College. In fact, the final was, these were the third place school. Sewa Nyakun Girls Senior High School placed third. They did so well. The girls' schools did so well.
Congratulations to them. Congratulations.
And Prempeh was second. So we are trying to organize this year's one. Last year, the rep in Kumasi, Zoom Lion rep in Kumasi, was part of us. This time we are looking for some level of support again from her or from headquarters. Once I'm in headquarters, maybe headquarters will have to.
What was the mode of assessment?
No, we did a lot of things. Training was part.
Yeah.
We went into landfill sites to understand it, and then we come into the contest itself.
Okay.
So this is from educational point of view.
Yes, and to raise the next generation of environmentally conscious and waste management advocates.
Okay.
So these guys are out there this year. If we are able to get support, we are pleading. We would expand it beyond Ashanti region.
Right to Mr. Ibrahim.
Okay. Yeah. Engineers and planners.
Yes. I think the president should ban certain plastic products.
Yeah, that conversation is already.
They've already banned styrofoam.
It's already far advanced.
It's already far advanced. Very soon.
There's only one. There's only styrofoam that they have spoken about.
No. The plastic man.
The plastic. Yeah.
And the pushback.
Yeah. Serious pushback.
There is going to be a pushback. But listen to this argument. If you go to market in those years, we used to have kutu, where you have caps on it.
Yes.
You buy, they fetch
the water for you.
And it was even chilled.
Yes.
Then, with advancement in size, we said no, it is not healthy. What did we do? We brought penny. And then people were blowing their own, into it before they will put in the water. And we said no, that is not healthy. What did we bring? Sachet water.
Right.
Then we have bottled water. So, in as much as there's never going to be a pushback, you're supposed to show leadership because this thing is harming the environment.
Okay.
How do you correct that? It's by diversifying. These days, people who are anticipating that styrofoam is going to be banned, are they not bringing new products? Others are even bringing paper.
Environmental sustainable options.
Yes.
Change is hard, but you must.
You must insist on that.
Let me bring it up. It's very fascinating about this issue. Now, because it's a big problem. Let me bring in our viewers now briefly, and then if we have some time, we'll look at the fact that some of the courses you are teaching have come under attack. Now, Kwabena Sapon, he's a staunch MPP member. I'm sure you know him. He used to be on Net2 TV and Oman FM. He used to a regular panelist. He's got some plenty mustache. Mr. Kwabena Sapon, yes. So he's watching the program. He says that, good morning. Please tell Mr. Sanchochi that the minister has executive powers. The vice president does not have an executive power. I wish I was at your station to take part in this discussion. Once again, tell Doc that the sanitation levy was introduced and he knows what happened. Zoomline is supposed to be paid from the talk tax. I know this because it was introduced when Barry Edu was the finance minister and it was his boy and he worked with him. On the street lights, the ECG says that the money we collect is not enough to cover Accra, let alone the whole country. So, you talked about the fact that we pay streets and on our yes, and yet Mr. Kwabena Sapon says it is not enough.
So he thinks that the president needs executive clearance from the president before he goes back.
It is his view. It is his view. You have expressed yours. Let's express his view. Let me bring in our viewers here. Now, Reverend Samuel J says, good morning, Moro, and your partner, Moro. The way we are handling our national teams must be reviewed critically, Moro. Then most of the Ghanaians gave up. When most of the Ghanaians gave up on our national team, especially the Black Stars, Mahamudu contribution made some big names like Kosike Jemfi, Ben Kofi and John Satuko Efio met me on different occasions. I remember one sports journalist by the name Harry Boateng who received on behalf of GFA one of my humble contributions, really praised my commitment to the nation. More in 1997-1998, which I'm not too sure the Starlets traveled to play World Cup. That was led by Jones, and the attire was the wall on top when they were traveling was provided by my initiative. While Jones was so much impressed, some thought otherwise. More touching sanitation, I was invited by the SW2 GBC radio station, which those days we didn't have all these stations now. I was invited to throw some more light on my sanitation programs myself and my NGO were embarking on, but did not know what. It doesn't matter your good intentions. Politicians start to question which party you belong to. But not the good job you may be doing for Mother Ghana. But there was another group called Concerned Citizens doing good job on sanitation, but I asked what happened to them. We must stop selective justice and work together as one people, one nation. McLean Desmond from Sefui also says the hypocrisy in our politics remains the single biggest barrier to our national development. In opposition, the NDC President John Dramani Mahama pitifully politicized the perennial flooding in Accra, weaponizing a complex right to score cheap political points. When Accra flooded in the past, they rushed to the microphones to label the Akufo-Addo administration as incompetent and reckless, and they told us it was purely a failure of governance and that competent leadership would magically make the make the water recede. Now, when the NDC wanted power, floods were caused by government incompetence, and now that they are in power and facing the exact challenges, suddenly it is caused by citizen indiscipline and human activity. Until we reject the politics of propaganda and embrace the policy of problem solving, we'll continue to go round in circles. That's McLean from Sefi. We also. Alhaji Hamza from Pig Farm, he says that, good morning, my brother. In my humble opinion, floods cannot be controlled by any government, but we can only minimize it. Dr. Bawumia, on the other hand, is calling on us to come together and tackle the issue of flooding as one nation. But members of the MPP are out there playing serious politics with the issue. And to me, this is so shameful. My problem this morning is about rubbish. Please come to Central Iowa so and see the things for yourself. We need help to clear those rubbish. It is totally unacceptable for us to sit to allow Manasa Azuri to collapse the business of a Ghanaian who was doing better. Today, after the abolition of the contract, see what is happening in assemblies. They have no capacity to do the work. For the past 1 year and a half now, the assemblies have totally failed to live up to expectations. We should be careful with Manasa Azuri as a nation. The issue of Zoom Lion contract should be re-looked into. The advice that was given by the Manasseh was actually a bad advice for us to follow at the first place. And Tafa Hinamaya says, I would be kudos to you for bringing these professors to talk about national issues without politics. Thank you very much. And yes, Mr. Kwabena, I've read your message, yes, on the Black Stars as well. Kojochum Bafo says, good morning, my brother. The problem with Zoom Lion has nothing to do with ability to provide sanitation service. The problem is the monopoly that they have and the pressure they put on authorities to bend to their will. Ghanaians were very upset with the sanitation tax as a statutory tax, even as we will still pay local and municipal taxes for refuse disposal. That is a racket, if you ask me. Collection of refuse and sanitation services works better if it is localized. That's Kojochum Bafo. Now, Peter T. from Shukura said, this is Peter T. from Shukura. A cheap politician always gathers a cheaper result. Moro, you know how a hungry and desperate politician acts and reacts. That's what Bawumia and his MPP are doing now. They have now considered it necessary to visit flood victims. When Ghanaians needed him in ensuring accountability and prudent economic leverage of sustainability of our administrative machinery, they failed as a team. And this is where we are today. We could not even get our employment statistics secured. Let's say no to MPP now. Now, let me say a happy birthday to you, our precious Abba Ejiraba Sam. Today, we celebrate the beautiful gift that you are, watching you grow into such a smart, kind, and wonderful girl, and that has filled our heart with so much joy. We pray that God continues to bless you with wisdom, good health, happiness, and success in all you do. Always remember that you are deeply loved and cherished with all our love, Mom and your sisters. That's coming from Jennifer here at Metro Television. Musa Batwa says that from Asawasi says, I disagree with Kwabena Sapon. If the Vice President needs executive approval before acting on national assignment, then what is the use of creating the office of the Vice President who is second in command? However, flooding in Ghana can only be effectively addressed if we rise above partisan politics and unite behind sustainable long-term solutions. President Mahama has demonstrated a strong commitment to tackling this persistent challenge through practical and coordinated measure at the time when lives and livelihoods are at stake. Anyone seeking to politicize the issue is undermining the national interest. This is a collective responsibility that demands support of all political parties, stakeholders, and citizens to protect lives, safeguard property, and prevent future disasters. Best wishes, Dr. Alexander Amo Bafo, aspiring National Vice Chairman of the NDC. And Carlos from Odudu says that, have we forgotten? The same Dr. Bawumia, while the opposition saw a media report about a school in the northern region where children were sitting on the floor to study, he quickly arranged for desks and chairs to be sent to the school, making sure the public knew about it. It created the impression that he deeply cared about the wealth of the people. However, after assuming office, similar reports continue to emerge from the northern region and other parts of the country. Many schools still lack desktops, desks and chairs, textbooks, uniforms, and even flat for students. Some children were still forced to write exams, while sitting on the floor. At that time, Dr. Bawumia was in the government. Did he show the same urgency? Did he even publicly comment on these issues or take visible action? That's the question many Ghanaians are asking. And he continues to say today he's showing today he spends a few minutes walking through flood-affected areas and presenting himself as someone who cares, but also serving in government for 8 years. Many people are asking what lasting measures were taken to prevent these floods. Now, this one here from Manchebru. Okay, so Mansa Musa of Voice of Land in the UK, he says, but this NDC is attracting all the blame because they have decided not to pursue investigations that will establish reasons why so much money has been spent without practically zero outcome. NDC is not activating the required probity and accountability process that will provide answers people in Accra and the country as a whole are seeking to wait. It's only fair to assume that the previous MP government did nothing wrong. The choked gutters and waterways are all NDC's fault for not continuing with the excellent sanitation and cleanup works since Adapa, Kenoforiata, Kufuor, and Bamia started. It is what it is. Masa Musa. There's something you've also written on the Black Stars, and Masa, I'm not sure I'll be able to read the Black Stars one, and it's very, very, very long. But Kujotu Mbuafu is back. He says, let's commend our gallant Black Stars for essentially making wind with water. Well done for making the second round. With more matches together, you become world beaters. You put a big smile on the faces and made us all proud. Now, Mancha Bruce II, who's the lecturer, Technical University. Yes, the professor. He says, we cannot continue blaming acts of God for perennial flooding in Accra and other parts of Ghana. The facts show poor leadership, human negligence, i.e. unlawful construction in water courses and wetlands, galamsey and refuse dumped in open drains with impunity. These acts breach environmental law and endanger public safety. In 21st century, Ghana open drains are no longer defensible. Enforcement of existing statutes and accountability are now non-negotiable. We were promised a reset we must have. Mr. President, crack the whip. That's Mancha Bruce. All right. The messages are a lot. Papa Bisu says, good morning. I applaud the security agencies for rearresting the buffer stock. Oh, Papa Bisu, we're not even talking about this issue. Papa, I keep telling you that if you comment on the issues we're talking about, then I can read. But Eben from Kwabenya says, applause to the BNI at the airport for arresting Hanan. This prefabricated messages. You make it difficult for us to read. But Kwabenya Sampo is back. He says, the problem is not Zubla. It is rather with the politicians who are the problem. If Musa doesn't agree with me, why did Nana J not mount the helicopter to do the inspection? But says if it's that easy, Professor J should have been on the ground. She can do that with the express permission of the president.
Yes, I think so.
Yes.
I think so. In
but
fact,
I'm wondering why. Anyway, I don't know what the conversation at Jubilee is, but I would have thought Professor Jane
No.
I would have thought that the vice president should be interacting with someone, especially the women folks who have lost their property and their words and things. I don't know.
Yes, on her own, she would have loved to be on the grounds by this time.
But she needs permission from the president.
Absolutely.
She needs permission from the president.
I'm not sure it will even be a good optic for a certain vice president in future to be running ahead of the president.
Right.
Before the president realizes you are here, before he realizes you are there. No.
Right.
You must always channel it through. Would you be comfortable with a deputy at your office who is always doing things?
I'm not available.
But I think the presidency.
If you are not available,
what cost? What cost will it bring?
No.
You get the point.
He's looking at.
Is it the case that the person is trying to outshine?
No. Don't look at it that way.
Is or a leader?
If you're raising this as a matter of principle, we can apply that to both regimes.
Yes.
Today, so today.
Yes.
So the question can also equally go to Prof. What would it cost her? To go around Agbogbolo,
to rise up in the morning and just go.
To them. You know that
maybe it is her choice. Maybe she's waiting for the ideal time to do so.
Yes.
You get the point.
Yes. The ideal time is when the president sanctions
it is.
Oh, President, I want to go to Agbogbolo, go and commensurate with the women. Yes. Okay, go. That is it.
Which president will say no? You see, it is not as if executive clearances are not needed when it comes to certain, important decisions.
Okay.
That will need presidential clearance.
Okay.
But to go and sympathize with people when that in itself.
We don't know how the workings of the presidency
is.
So as for me, politics is about opportunism.
Yes.
Dr. Bawumia has seen an opportunity, and he's taking that. You cannot blame him. It's an opportunity.
So, former Minister of Education.
Okay. Let's go to
he must be seen to be caring for the people.
I guess you see, we are calling for concerted efforts.
Yes.
All of us should come together to resolve this perennial issue.
So can we put the politics aside?
So let's put, and I see it as also political to bring in Bawumia, as if every Ghanaian can go out and check out except Bawumia. So let's have a united.
People are bashing the president
and let's fight.
Instead of him walking in the he was flying.
Let's not stretch this. Let's not stretch this.
Follow them.
And insulting, abusing abusive words.
Let's use the rest of. Let's spend some 6-7 minutes on this. I'm sure the comments are going to be brief. We're not going to spend so much time in this. Now, both of you are lecturers. So, what do you lecture in?
I'm a statistician.
Oh, statistician, okay. Prof lectures in humanities, right? You are with the humanities,
yes,
okay.
Humanities.
So Dr. Duchum, who's the former education minister, he says that he's called on the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, GTEC, to take a more proactive role in ensuring university programs align with the country's workforce needs. Now, he argues that some academic programs offered by Ghanaian universities have little relevance to the labor market and are contributing to graduate unemployment. Speaking on the Connected Minds podcast, Dr. Duchum said tertiary institutions should design programs based on national labor demands rather than student enrollment and revenue generation. You have done labor needs assessment of your country. You know that a country needs more engineers. They need more medical doctors. They need more nurses. If you don't have a labor needs assessment, then you are following. Then what it means is that you're just educating everyone. You are teaching humanity. You're teaching statistics. How many people need statistics? How many people need humanities? So you're producing them.
Anyone. You are just educating anyone. You will take anyone. So what is the essence of free SHS?
Okay.
What's the essence of free SHS? That's why the former president said that nobody's child
must be left at home.
Everybody must go to school. But to learn what?
To also.
Okay.
But at the university level, and he knows very well that at that level, we are supposed to train to fill in a certain labor gap. You get it? As for the basic level up to senior high school, we are building the psychomotor, the general psychomotor development. You know, from 5 years to 16 years, the mind is supposed to develop at a certain level, and we fill in those gaps using the early stage to JSS to SSS to fill in those gaps. That's why if you watch carefully, by 16 years, people should be in the secondary school, thereabout, or finishing those things. Then when you get to the university, we are now supposed to introduce to you labor-related issues. You must come out to fill a certain gap. When graduates come out, they come out in two folds. The path that would want to create their own work, make good use of themselves and everything they've learned in school. And those that their minds are always fixated on somebody else employing them. So on this matter, I don't know, he has expressed his view as a former Minister for Education. But our statutes have made provision, and it is supervised by GTEC, to accredit every program you request to run. And very key on the requirement before accreditation is granted is national relevance. So the former education minister used words like little relevance.
Yeah, little relevance.
But there is some relevance, and GTEC can speak better on this matter of relevance. So relevance is not left to the determinant of anybody who thinks it is relevant or not relevant. There's a statutory body who assesses relevance before it is admitted. What I think he is trying to draw our minds to is the fact that accreditation should not be en bloc. It's not like once I have a defense for relevance, it is admitted. We must look at the national agenda and say that we are starting with this, and maybe do some proportional enrollment, maybe more engineers, and as you zero down to some courses, you reduce the enrollment. But check our universities, rather the non-TVET courses are more, the people enroll in those courses more than, so he is trying to perhaps, but to say there are some courses, the captions have had it, some courses are useless there. And I don't see that he said that.
He didn't say it was useless.
But the headlines...
It's not that relevant.
But when you check the headlines, you will see useless and blah, blah, blah. So my advice going forward is that it's still not too late.
Advice to him, or what kind
to us as a people. As for him, he has expressed his view.
Yes.
He is a former education minister.
Yes.
And when you read what you just read to us, it is not too much of
it's not
as negative as the captions we want to have. But many of us will share the same view. But I will not say a course is not necessary.
Okay.
It must have some relevance before GTEC allows it to be run. Seriously. But what I would want to advise all training institutions...
But what parameters must inform relevance?
Oh, GTEC has...
He has told us. No, I know what GTEC said, but he said, so you see his call is for GTEC to come back and take a second look at what is relevant.
Yes.
His definition of relevance is it must be tied to what the labor market is looking for.
Absolutely.
Do you understand? No, he has defined it. Relevance is what are the employers looking out for generally, okay, which is the labor market.
Yes.
But he doesn't think that there are courses that are being sought after by employers.
You see?
Or maybe very few employers are looking for it. So if you churn out a lot of students and they go out there, who is going to employ them? That's the point he's trying to make.
So my advice to, first of all, the students watching us this morning, if you come out as a statistician in my field, and all you know is the statistics everybody else knows, for me, you are not too much of a highly sought after person.
Okay.
You are ordinary.
Right. As a statistician.
Everybody can do. Everybody listening to me, I'm just using my program as a case study.
Okay.
You must be perhaps 80% statistician and something else that makes you extra than your peers.
So statistics is not enough.
No one course is enough. In fact, engineering is not enough. No one course. Medicine alone, it is not enough.
Okay.
You get it? That's why all those courses are around, though. To supplement
I guess, but Prof, that's, aren't you rather raising a different issue? And I'm saying this because, and please bear me out.
No, you're welcome.
If I'm a medical doctor today, or say I'm a lawyer, or say I'm an accountant, I'm an engineer and so on, am I not likely to get a job when I'm done with school? As compared to say, if I am, say, I learned, say, I graduated with, say, philosophy.
So let me come in there. Every graduate of our university must come out employable. The problem is that
yes,
people fix themselves to the course they did, and they think aside that
they don't want to add anything. So I'm saying that you see, the next layer of our conversation is to add more value.
Yes.
Which is to learn another course.
Yes.
So that, like you said, you can be an engineer and be, say, an accountant.
Absolutely.
You become an engineer and say a doctor, lawyer, doctor, so on. But that's fine. But I'm saying that even if you have to stay with one course, Dr. Educhum is saying that if you graduate as, say, an engineer, you are likely to get a job. Would you forget about your account to become more employable? So, but even with the engineering course, when you are done, you are likely to get a job.
So I started by saying that job is defined on two legs.
Okay.
Somebody wants to work, sets up his own establishment, starts doing something, the person is working.
Yes.
And then somebody's mind tells him that not until Moro takes my CV, reviews it, and employs me, I'm not working. I have a lot of obligations. Even next week, I'll be releasing my national employment report. In fact, I have kept it because the issues flooding and sports and all those things. But I think now that things are settling, I can release it. There are people, a huge percentage, and when you check the graphs, people who are rather non-university graduates are thinking of how to do something with their hands, and they are becoming more sort of entrepreneurial, and they are building up themselves. And you see the graduates rather seeking job from those people. This is something like a big conversation we need to have. So job. Our youth, our brothers and sisters listening to us should not think that job is when you take your CV and you get employed and all those things. I'm saying there are two legs of job.
Yeah.
In fact, what I would recommend is that if there's any department watching us this morning that doesn't take entrepreneurship and enterprises development as part of its liberal courses, they must reorganize their curriculum.
It is done at the 300. Every
university. Yes.
That's entrepreneurship.
Yes. If that is
302 or 2.
So that you are not thinking of, let me finish and somebody employ me. Take that course very serious. See some things you can pick out of it. Practical pitching. That's where the private sector will have to come in, join the university, and then we select someone who's once established them, help them to. That is a path that can accommodate over 70 to 80% of the workforce that we channel out of the. In fact, they form Unemployment Graduates Association because their minds are not properly oriented into thinking that job is not just somebody employing you. Job is also when you employ yourself.
Right.
And let's make it also clear on this show this morning that whatever happens, you have some people who would remain voluntarily unemployed. They will give you every excuse not to do any work available. They are there.
Okay.
So whatever we do, we cannot absorb everybody, but that's by way of going forward.
Yeah.
If there's any department that does not take entrepreneurship and enterprises development, I think that is where GTech must watch out. Whatever you are doing, whether you are doing donology or you are doing whatever logy or whatever logy, entomology, whatever you are doing, they must take that course mandatory, a full year, semester 1, semester 2.
Entrepreneurship.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I will call it entrepreneurship and enterprises development.
Okay.
Even in there, we have to.
It's not. They are not the same. Okay. All right. So Kwame Sapasi, I don't know you know him. With the CDD. He's big on health. Yes. And he says that what Dr. Dichum said is not new. It has been a debate way back in the day when my dad was a university professor. A former higher education minister, Under Rawlings, once said there are 2 types of unemployed graduates: the unemployable and the unemployed. It led to an aluta. It says you remember this. Aluta. All right. So Mr. James Azuma is a retired military officer. He says that one of the greatest misconceptions inherited from colonialism is the belief that schooling and education are synonymous. They are not.
Yeah.
Schooling teaches people to read, write, and pass examination. Education goes much further.
Absolutely.
It equips individuals with the knowledge, skills, values, creativity, and cultural identity required to solve the problems of their society and improve the quality of life. As educational system that produces graduates who are literate but unemployed, knowledgeable but dependent, and academically qualified yet unable to transform their communities cannot be described as successful. It has schooled them, but it has not fully educated them. At the heart of this challenge lies the question of language. Now, for more than a century, Ghana has relied predominantly on English as the language for formal education. While English is undoubtedly an important international language that opens door to global communication, science, diplomacy, and commerce, it should not become a substitute for the languages through which Ghanaian children first understand the world. Now, language is far more than a means of communication. It carries history, culture, values, philosophy, and a people's way of reasoning. Every language represents a unique way of interpreting reality. When children are compelled to learn almost every subject in a foreign language before they have mastered concepts in their own mother tongue, education often becomes an exercise in memorization rather than understanding. Instead of nurturing curiosity and innovation, it rewards the ability to reproduce information in a borrowed language. One of the common arguments against using Ghanaian indigenous languages as a medium of instruction is that they possess limited vocabularies and they are therefore incapable of expressing the concepts of modern science and technology. This argument has been repeated so often that many now accept it as a fact, yet history tells a different story. Captain, I really wish I could read all of this. It's a very interesting article you've just sent. And it says, Israel long, but for your consumption. The universities are not vocational schools. Yeah. I read English and sociology for the first degree, but excelled in law enforcement. Now, I'm going to end with this. Kojocho Mwafo says, I agree with Prof. Engineering is not enough. That's why I'm poor. Oh! I'm not sure you're poor. You're okay. You're very okay. Anyway, so McLean Desmond from Sefi, we also is back. He says, happy glorious birthday, Napatia Suleimana. She was at the presidency. She was as a former chief of staff, I believe. I wish you a year filled with favor, joy, and endless blessings. Have a wonderful celebration, Sisi. That's coming from MD Sefi also. Now, let me end with this one, this message. Right, so Gideon Ejepon, he's MPP Western North Regional Youth Organizer, hopeful. He says that the very people who masterminded the termination of the Zoom Lion contract should bow their heads in shame. As usual, the NDC politicized some of these issues with intense propaganda to gain power, yet the reality on the ground tells a different story. Moro, come to Sefiwi also and see for yourself. Refuse has become rampant along the principal streets of our regional capital, and the situation is unacceptable. Now, bringing back Zoom Lion to help clean our communities is no longer a matter for debate, but it is an urgent necessity. Our communities deserve to be clean, healthy, and safe. Gideon Ejapon, NPP Western North Regional Youth Organizer, hopeful. Gideon, thanks for the message as well. Thank you. So, we'll do some more sports. Stay with us. This is Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television.
As the days come and go, there's always shit. Let colleagues explore all the planetary bodies. Our mission is in Uranus to treat hemorrhoids, anal fistula, anal fissure, anal incontinence, hidradenitis suppurativa, using laser Legasure for pain-free and speedy recovery. On Uranus Street, Accra, as Main Tuber Hospital and Coloproctology Center. Trust Uranus with us and we will delight you. Visit Main Tuber Hospital today or call us on 0244 581 541.
Madam, I'm looking for Abena.
Abena, there's someone looking for you.
Madam, please, where's Abena?
Abena. Yes, ma'am. Is this who you are looking for?
Madam, please get me Abena. Please.
Della. Abena, bra.
Oh, Abena. It's not Abena rice. I can't eat any of that.
Abena rice. And Niji Nkwa.
FDA ajejade nkratso yatsum.
Abena. Oh, Abena.
Edi asema, menya oden. O tianti mu amanfo ada. O hye me boso beto phone na mame. Me phone na say dada. Menya oden.
The most surprised man.
Ah, surprise ben.
Surprise.
Hey, Kofi papa. E phone o. iPhone 13. Nanya ne?
Ende, me fanko for me mienu. Amuko circle. Ene ba ko ni ka chena dan for hour. Ono odi ni Ghana card. Eko EBA phone so a. Otua 40% pen e di ni phone man no a. Da aka no betua ni kakra. Timiti ya me drop na me so me call ho. Ene me konya wo phone di bre on.
Oh, Kofi papa me da se. I'm sure.
Dey kogu.
Wo EBA phones hadie yeton iPhones ne ho akade nyina ye sanso de ma wholesale so ye dealer na so pedodo atua anase afi na wo hye iPhone business na sia braya sia ye hwehwe ye chiwa kwan e wa Accra Circle Mall any tiptoe lane modern photos in chain American Monso ye ni odor rice ene di nhwenim Kumase ye wedum Ejekuma Brunsan nim obetumi so hu ye e wo www.ebaphones.com EBA phones no hassle cry.
This July, Ghana will host global downstream energy leaders, innovators, and experts at the Ghana International Petroleum Conference, GIPCON 2026, to collaborate, exchange insights, and develop strategies and groundbreaking innovations through strategic dialogues. The event, held under the auspices of the Minister of Energy and Green Transition, Honorable Dr. John Abdullah Junapo, is on the theme Building a Resilient Downstream, Policy, Innovation, and Investment for Growth. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana, is our distinguished guest of honor. Speakers for the event are Mr. Godwin Kujo Tamako Esquire, Chief Executive of NPA, Dr. Patrick Ofori, Chief Executive of Seaboard, Dr. Riverson Opon, Chief Executive of Comac, alongside other key captains of industry. Join us from the 16th to the 17th of July 2026 from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day at the Palms Convention Center, La Palm Royal Beach, Accra. We can't wait to host you.
Yacha Yama, Yama, Yacha Yama. Gano dende, Black Stars o dende. Gano dende, Black Stars o dende. Gano dende, Black Stars o dende.
All right, you're watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. Prof is doing some small off the air talk, but we didn't capture you. Don't worry, we didn't capture you. So it's time for sports, but I'll steal just 5 minutes of our sports time. Eben, good to see you. How are you? I'll steal just 5 minutes of your time because no problem. I can't bring you in when my professor lecturer hasn't had his take on this.
All right.
But then I'm sure I'll pick your thoughts as well.
No problem.
Doc, so I'm told your course is not that relevant. Why are you teaching it? Maybe you have to stop teaching it.
You see, one of the testers said that it's different between schooling.
Yeah.
Getting schooled and then getting educated.
Yeah.
Because he read sociology and something else. Today he's I have colleagues who read philosophy, read classics. They are in banking.
Yes.
You understand? Some of them are even Bank of Ghana.
Yes.
So the most important thing about education is giving you logical reasoning, right?
Mm-hmm.
And practicalizing and solving problems.
Yeah.
That is the essence of education. Or you see yourself as, have gotten educated. The position of the former, education minister, I would say it's been there, but it is misguided.
Mm.
It is misguided. You don't even know the course outline. You don't even know the objective of the course. So you sit somewhere, you look at the heading, and then you judge that it is not useful because he is looking at employability through the course. You understand? There are accountants who are unemployed, right? There are still doctors who are waiting to be enrolled. There are nurses who are waiting to be enrolled.
Yeah.
So, and even if you look at this from a different perspective, if everybody is to read science, let's just say everybody is to read science, what will happen? Wouldn't that place get choked? Right? If somebody has gone to university to read religion, today he's a billionaire because he's controlling the minds of people using biblical narratives.
Yeah.
And he's also filling a certain pothole in the life of the masses, moral education. Right? So everything is not about employability of a course. I don't think that is the case.
Yeah.
And if you look at it from that perspective, obviously you would think that the course is irrelevant. And I will end by saying that the current education minister has also raised an important issue.
The punishment.
The punishment system. And I had colleagues, there are others who had foreign orientation and training. Some of them are part of journalists today. And they seem not to see the wisdom in things of that nature. Don't forget that Trump had cause to bring that back into the United States of America. If it's not correct, I'm also not correct about that. Look, if you look at the trajectory, what we are seeing in the senior high schools, if it is not checked, you see, and if it is not checked, look, this same former minister, the things that he said, you see, it is not just about the university. It comes from the lower level, right, up to the higher level. You have a current generation, they don't like to read. So it is not about the course. Sometimes the input, right, they will leave the university uneducated. They will leave the university uneducated. It is not the only thing they are interested in is grades. You see, and if you ask them to read, they don't want to read. These are the people who come out and they say they are not getting employment. But I also like the angle that Professor Hassan also brought. In his statement, the point is that it is just that the economy is not expanding. if the economy is expanding, nobody is unemployable. Everybody is employable. So we may also need to look at that. We cannot in any way tailor every university course for a particular job. It will pigeonhole everybody, and nobody will be thinking outside the box. Yeah. I don't think that is fair on the universities that he mentioned. It is not fair.
Okay. All right. So what course do you learn in school?
I'm currently doing management.
You're doing management? First degree?
Yes. I'm almost completing. So.
Would you get are you hopeful you get a job after school?
He's already working.
No, I mean another job. No.
No.
With the courses.
I just want to get educated around those
Absolutely.
things. Okay. Yes.
Right. Your passion is
what he said is true.
It's true. Okay.
Sometimes I watch some of my classmates and my course-mates and I'm surprised at some of the things. It's normal.
It's normal.
It's normal.
All right.
Some of the things you just have to let it go.
All right.
No, let's tell those who are not doing anything that it's not fun.
Right.
You are young at this time, and you want to be proud calling yourself unemployed. I said this thing on your sister station TV3, and some guys were coming after me, blah blah, that I have gotten job to do, and I'm saying they're not. Please, before I became a university lecturer, if I tell you the things I was doing, just so I'm not unemployed, you marvel. I get up in the morning. I don't have to say this thing on national TV. Some people will use it to teach, but seriously, we did a lot of things so we are never called unemployed.
Right.
So let's also use our youthful age wisely. Let's get some things to do.
I did construction before I went to first year in the university.
Yours is better. I cook. I was saying to house. I sold kinky. Bought it myself. Took it to the roadside.
If you are going on that tangent, some of us used to pluck mangoes in Kintampo.
Before you went to university, right?
Before, no.
Mine is after
secondary school.
We were receiving a priest, a reverend who had been posted to our place, and I felt that let me go and help with the kinky thing because it's my area.
Yes.
So we were feeding about 500 people. It was a huge gathering. And I took the entire thing on myself, doing this, doing that, doing the kinky, going around. And some woman was observing me. And she came to me and said, she likes the way I am very active with the cooking and those things. If Santa Marcos cook a crabia, and got neba baba kubema but neba ni nurse into obi a uncle school say there. Well, now she feels that Marcos school and come in yet.
Yeah. All right.
That's a little point. Finally, I think what the education minister is trying to bring to have a relook is important. I think they should not be dissuaded by any kind of unwholesome argument that will be advanced by people who have had European orientation. We are Ghanaians. We are Ghanaians, and we must raise our children in the line of African parenting.
But we all were punished.
Because we had rivalries in schools. We were not pulling cutlasses.
At all.
We were not using cutlasses to whip. That punitive measures. If you are able to do that on your fellow student, you don't expect the system, the authority, to exact similar measure on you. This idea of parents going to schools when their child has been touched, go and train your child properly at home. Teachers must take up this because I think that this is where they can go on strike, not always on salary.
Okay. All right.
Do you get a point? The level of indiscipline at the senior high school is legendary.
Let's punish them.
All right. So
nowadays headmasters who headmasters are missing.
They're afraid.
Nungwa secondary part, there was one woman there, Banaman.
Yeah.
Hey, kids.
Yeah, you know that. You run away.
Yeah. All that.
Kids, Banaman.
They brought a former late Mr. Chawe. You run away.
Yeah.
Okay. You run away. Nowadays, it's like everybody.
All right. So let's see what punishment we give to our Black Stars.
You run away.
Let's see what punishment we give to our Black Stars for disappointing us. So we're out of the tournament.
We are finally out.
This is reality. It's not a dream.
Reality, you know.
And of course, who has left us?
This is why I have a problem.
But first of all, did you foresee this happening?
Yeah, the other day I told you it was 50-50.
Okay.
I was going for a Ghana 2-1 win.
Oh no, I was not talking about his exit. Did you know that the coach would exit immediately after?
No. In fact, we gave him 4 months contract.
Yes, but it's the 4 months. Is not
July is the 4th month. Oh. So if we go into a tournament and the contract is after the end of the tournament, after the end of the tournament, he's a white. He's not a Ghanaian. He's not black. You will bring it out that he's gone. But you see, if you put into context the message he brought out, I'm sure you will. Given the way Ghana should engage him, he's ready to stay. I think that is all the message he's telling us.
Thank you, Ghana. The journey starts now.
Yes, thank you, Ghana.
The journey starts.
The journey starts. Which journey is starting now?
With him and Jordan Ayew.
Which journey is starting now?
No, let's start the journey with him and Jordan Ayew.
As for Jordan,
so what it means is that he wants to stay. So
Jordan should retire.
No, he should retire.
Jordan is 33 years. He can play an additional World Cup.
He's 33
I know,
years.
but
Yes.
he can willfully.
So he can play.
Why does he play like
37? Oh,
that's how he plays. He looks tired. He looks tired.
Okay.
It's his opinion. I share the same opinion with him.
Oh, really?
Oh, Jordan is 33. I thought it was like 38.
No, 33 years.
Oh, and
Ayew is 38 years.
Oh, he's 38.
Born in Ghana.
Yeah, so correct age.
So
Correct age. Correct age.
He wasn't born in Ghana.
Oh, he's only 33. Oh, there's still some more football in
You
him.
see,
there's some more
you see why I don't. Maybe I don't like to support Black Stars and Ghanaians the way they are too emotional about Black Stars, and it's as if everybody is a coach in this country. It's not the same Jordan that his goals qualified Ghana to the World Cup. Suddenly you want to throw him under the bus. Well, he himself too, he must decide to bow out when the applaud is loudest.
I think he's lost form. So let's talk about Carlos's letter. So he says, "Thank you, Ghana. The journey starts now." And you're saying that this sentence is profound.
Yes.
We should look at it beyond.
Yes.
You know, just the black and white.
I think the second paragraph.
And then he says that the future of the Black Stars will not be built only on the pitch.
Okay, hold on. So the future of the Black Stars will not be built only on the field. Will, should, shall.
So you're saying that he's already thinking about the future of the Black Stars?
Yes, that's it.
Not be built not only on the field.
Will means that he's involved.
Administratively.
Okay.
Administration or administering Black Stars is the other side. That is not on the field.
No, he says
you have people who have been administering Black Stars over the period of football. And you see that they are incompetent.
Yeah, because he talks about creating the best possible environment.
Exactly. So there are
to
issues.
prepare, protect, and develop Ghana's extraordinary football talent. So that's what you're talking about.
Yes.
That the ecosystem has a right. And the ecosystem is being managed and run by
football. Yeah.
I'm very sure that if Carlos Queiroz should be signed on permanently, no GFA official can handpick a player and give to such a person.
No.
He won't accept it.
No, it will not happen.
And a Black Stars coach who is a local person, who wholly, because that job that he's been given, right? It's just it's out of tokenism.
There's some handling charges in his salary.
They're only handling charges.
This is serious.
You want to be giving that to administer.
The few weeks that this man took over, I could see some fervor. They have developed. You see that particular.
I just don't like his style of play. He's too defensive. Otherwise, in terms of mentality, discipline, and things,
he doesn't need our money. Somebody who has risen up to a level of Real Madrid.
Yeah. Anyway, I just think it's just too defensive. That's my problem.
He wants to make a mark.
Anyway, so the coach is gone. What's the talk amongst the GFA or the sports community? Are they looking at bringing a new person? Let's already talk about this guy. It's Village. He came second to Carlos during the interview. I'm told. What's the name of this? The name has just escaped me.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, okay. So let's put it. If you have to look into the crystal balls, what do you think would happen next? Would they bring Carlos back, or you think that they'll get a different coach?
Well, I think that for the tournament itself, players disappointed us. I'm sure the coach is aware that they disappointed, but I'll not begrudge the coach too much. He picked up a team that has no hope and no future, so he's trying to give us some light. That's what he did at the World Cup.
Yeah.
We realized that after all, our Black Stars is still relevant. We can play and compete at the highest level. That's what he brought to us. Based on that, I would support the Ghana Football Association if they still engage him for him to stay. Yes, because he has a style of play that need to be co-opted into the team. The team must understand his philosophy. They must know how he wants to play. Get the understanding before we can become winners. For this short period, it was demonstrative. He demonstrated what he can do if we give him a long-term contract. I think that is what he deserves now. If you listen to Jordan Ayew after our exit, he said the same thing, that the coach brought in a certain philosophy that they were not used to. They need to adapt. Within this period, if they have been able to do this kind of adaptation, to yield this kind of results, it means that when he's given a long-term contract, they are going to do well. That is on that premise, I think.
But this guy has coached a lot of teams, but he's never won any cup, any trophy.
Well,
you see, his style, you can use it to win trophies.
But you see, it's the same style Jose Mourinho use. You sit at the low block. Yesterday you watched Paraguay. Paraguay,
they did the same thing.
Low block. You see, when you are playing against teams that are ahead of you, that's what you do to get the results. There was no way we were going to open up against England and get the results we had. That draw, they would have beaten us.
So Panama is ahead of us.
Yes,
well, anyway,
so Panama was the first competitive game he was playing with the Black Stars. He needed to be extra careful. That is what he did, to see the strength of the Black Stars. You understand? When we decided to open up a bit against Croatia, you saw what happened.
They are overrated.
So,
the Black Stars our players are overrated. How many of them are playing at the top international level?
So that's
Let's
the
just
problem.
say the Kudus, the Semenyos, and then maybe Partey. Partey is now in Villarreal, isn't it?
Yeah.
The rest, where are they?
Yeah, but what does Cape Verde have? You see, when we talk about quality, Cape Verde won't even you. Look at the type of players they took to the tournament.
But you see, when you talk about Cape Verde, then I come in. You see, Cape Verde, their players normally do not stay in Cape Verde.
They play
in Portugal. So they are disappointed Portuguese.
They are more, yes.
You understand? So more likely they should have played for the Portuguese national team, but
and they were not called.
So they are exposed to a better playing environment.
So to say, exactly. So they are not Milos.
They are more Portuguese.
They had confidence in what they were doing. I mean, the way they ran at
they didn't say anything.
Yeah,
they will come at you wherever you are.
And this is the first time they are playing the World Cup.
Yes.
And they qualified to that stage. They did so well.
They nearly edged out.
Yes. 3-2 was a good
Morocco is playing very well. Is that not the case? Check the teams their players are.
Yeah, solid.
Well, most of them are playing. Most of them.
They don't see anybody. Most of
them were poached. Like we have Quincy also Abeyi and then Kelvin Boateng. Yes, Kelvin Boateng. Like we got them. That's how they are also doing now.
Okay.
So when they spot a player who is a Moroccan outside, they nearly got Yamin Lamar. They nearly got him. That's what they are doing. So I think that is a system that now most of the African countries are adopting.
Okay.
Maybe Ghana should also go that tangent. You see, when we watch the Canada play against Morocco,
people are here arguing that when those people were struggling to qualify, those other Ghanaians were not part.
This is a problem here in Ghana. It's a problem here in Ghana.
So petty.
We are calling of the we are against that. Now we could have called. They would have sharpened our time. But
doesn't
see,
matter.
we are too emotional.
All right.
That is off the pitch.
Someone brag about me. Someone brag about me. You see, Jordan is not going anywhere. Someone brag about me. Anyway, so
Jordan is our captain. He's a captain.
Yeah, the captain of the Stars. Yes.
The captain for the Black Stars. We need to be careful.
But are you?
I mean, he's only
the other one. What's the other one?
Jordan.
Andrew was dropped.
Yeah, he was dropped. Yes.
So
anyway,
if Jordan,
so lawyer Sadat.
Maybe he can decide to bow because you see sometimes when people begin to mention your name too much, it will affect all the good things you've done for the team.
Yeah, that's true.
Human mind, they said that they will forget all the good things because currently they don't see you as part of the anchor.
Yeah.
So take that decision.
Absolutely.
But left to me, you should equally be grateful.
All right.
For the role he's played over the period.
Okay.
So Ghanaians are saying you have done well.
He still has time.
He's played 16 consecutive years for the Black Stars.
Yes. All right. So Sadat, lawyer Sadat says that in all humility, I wish to touch on the issue of university courses and employability dilemma. As far as university education is concerned, the essence of such higher education is not primarily to seek employment in life. Indeed, It is intended to provide one with a basic logical reasoning, creative ability, imaginative thinking, and the ability to socially and ethically live harmoniously and cordially with all manner of persons without fail, amongst others. Therefore, to suggest that university education courses should necessarily lead to employment is a remarkable lack of understanding of the essence of education generally. Now, these acquire educational values equally equips people to rather create business entities and employ others, and not to be employed, as Prof. has also said. That's the bit he lacks in his understanding of university education. And I'm going to end with this one. So this one is a birthday shout out. So happy birthday to Edmond. Emmanuel Tawia. Now, today we celebrate not only your new age, but also the wisdom, kindness, and love that you share with everyone. You have been a great source of support and inspiration, and we truly appreciate your presence in our lives. May this new year bring you good health, peace, and countless blessings. Enjoy your special day. Happy birthday once again from Madame. Happy birthday to you, Emmanuel Tewia. Now, today's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Now, Nana Kwekwajima, he's a sports analyst.
Yeah.
Yes, a UEFA licensed coach.
Jordan's friend.
He's Jordan's friend. Jordan, are you friend? Nana Jimai. No, the Rasta.
The Rasta man.
Yes. He says, is it because I can't play? That's why I've not been invited.
Accra, get ready. The Stars are coming back to your city. This July, the 5th All-Star Festival takes over the University of Ghana Stadium for a full day of football, entertainment, business, and family fun. Meet your favorite stars at special fun engagements and clinics. Shop from hundreds of vendors. Enjoy performances from top entertainers. Connect with sports and business leaders at the Sports Business Series. Then, witness the main event, the star-studded All-Star Game, featuring international football stars from Ghana and beyond, from 10 a.m. until the after party. More than 10,000 people will come together for the biggest community football festival of the FIFA Football World Cup season. Tickets are just 50 Ghana cedis, with VIP going for 100 Ghana cedis only. Available now at eagletickets.com. For more information, call 0531 533 563. The All-Star Festival. The stars are coming. Be there.
The world's biggest football festival is here, and Ghana is watching together. This June, the Ghana TV Consortium brings you the FIFA World Cup 2026 live and free to air.